Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. know my heart is a ghost town.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to EGF. This is week number 15. We are almost there. Sponsored by Intel. We are ready for tonight's match. First off is going to be Wichita State versus Sacramento State. I've seen actually both of these teams before, but never against each other. This is going to be really interesting. This is sort of the round robin style. Everyone gets to fight everyone at least once. I'm Nerf, joined here by Shoop. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Hello and welcome, everyone. First cast on the EGFC. Super excited to be here. My name is Melody, but I do also go by Shoot. Wichita State and Sacramento State, both places that I have never been to. And I've also never seen them play, so I'm, super excited to get into this to see how these teams are going to go at each other.
Yeah. I definitely think that these two teams, if I actually had, I wish I had the ranker on hand. I probably should have pulled that up, but I can know who we are going to see on the teams in terms of the players. We do have the names of the players. So far, we know Wichita State is going to be, there it is, in the city, Yggdrasil, Shupel, and Linny versus J-Cost, Zoro, Sudden Jamie, Appa, and Rito from Sacramento State.
Nice. Oh, Shupel. I wonder if we're related. I'll have to check the ancestry.com on that one. And yeah, no, honestly, in terms of the username matchup, like who's got the most source in name, I gotta say, Wichita State giving me good vibes. Like Yggdrasil, that's just badass, right?
True. I can't remember
Sacramento State.
Played, but it had nothing to do with any of the characters there or any of the play. I guess like the games that have the Yggdrasil lore, I guess I should say. Yeah,
for sure. None of that Dragon Quest stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah. I think that's in because it's in the Dragon Quest stage, right? When Hero got added.
Yes.
Yeah. Great character, Hero. Who do you want to see today?
So
you were mentioning actually. Yeah, that's actually a good question. You were mentioning you've seen some of these teams play before. I am brand new. I am I am an empty cup waiting to be filled with knowledge and waiting to give that knowledge to the viewers. What actually are we looking at seeing right here? What do these teams play? What do we think is good right now? I want you to tell me what to expect.
I'm not gonna lie, you were expecting so much of me. I don't remember hardly.
I'm expecting a lot of you. I'm putting you under pressure. I'm cranking up the
There's so many teams that I see. So many teams that I see. So many players. Honestly, they all kind of blend together at this point.
That is completely
because literally, I know that we see some of the typical Wi-Fi stuff. Like I've seen the Samuses, I've seen a couple of the like the pits. But so far, I also have seen some good Falcons. I've seen some crazy. I've seen some Palutena. So it's like you could see some of the good stuff.
Palutena,
that works offline too.
As long as she's got that as long as she's got that up air, people are gonna pick her, right? Falcon is actually it's interesting with that one. I've been seeing a lot more Falcons at the local kind of level recently. Did get buffed, exactly, and Jigglypuff as well. Maybe we could see some more buff action, right? It could.
I think what was it? Panda Global said that they did some research. It is literally Jigglypuff is the most improved character over the life of the game. Got the most buff statistically.
I believe she has never been nerfed, or if she has, I think she was only nerfed in the first patch, and she's just been improved
possibly
over every iteration. I also think the Little Mac buffs are ridiculous as well. So like, obviously everyone who follows Smash content knows Peanut by this point, right?
Oh god.
Have you been seeing that guy?
Peanut?
I don't know.
He's in my region.
He's looking top 10 to me, you know?
No, there's actually
top
so.
10.
I mean, Peanut is good. Peanut is good, but I'm not gonna lie. Like,
He's sick, yeah.
there's people underestimate. We have 2 Little Macs. Actually, technically we have 3 Little Macs, but 2 good Little Macs in our region. Alternus is the other one. He's Northern Virginia versus Peanut's Maryland. It's always kind of interesting seeing the two rivalries. But Peanut has the online following, has the insane clout that Alternus doesn't have. But Alternus has gotten the results. Alternus actually outplaced Peanut at SmashCon.
No way! Really? That is actually something I didn't know. Wow, so there's like a hidden kind of like, you know, there's the famous and then there's the true skill. Oh, but we're getting straight into the first game. Young Link versus Wolf.
Okay.
Talk about a Wi-Fi
not gonna lie,
Check this out.
Pretty good though for, I think, Wolf has some good disjoints to challenge the sword, which kind of you need against the Young Link, because they're going to be leading in with some of these great projectiles. There it is right there, boomerang into forward air is a great confirm that you want to start off consistently.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Young Link, it's all about these confirms. It's definitely a strength. I feel like Wolf here, with that reflector, definitely needs to, like, get a trigger finger on that downbeat. Try and counter some of this pressure here. Nice up smash. The on-stage play from this Link is really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the thing. Young Link kind of got hands, and we got to remember that. You know, Wolf is one of those characters that really wants to muscle you out. Trying to do so here with the roll read, but just barely whiffing on that one. Unfortunately, not an opportunity they're able to pick up on, but there it is. Good read. The down smash comes out. That's huge.
Yeah, the sidestep down smash, you got to be careful of it, especially with someone whose down smash is as strong as Wolf says. Yeah, David now with a little bit of a lead. We'll have to see if he takes anything out of this, but Young Link definitely trying to even this stock back up.
Yeah, but you take almost 20% off of that. That's hard.
Disgusting. Nice even stocks once again. There it is on this Young Link, pressuring with the projectiles. It's definitely what we'd like to see. Into another confirm. Neutral air breaks it up. Up air. No chains though. This is just back and forth. This is an absolute slugfest. It seems like no one can actually get any like decent pressure started. They're resetting to neutral so many times.
Right, the combo breakers are really coming out now. I think you're doing some great get-off-me options, and I think that really is starting to work out. The random hits are leading into maybe a couple follow-ups, but not anything substantial, which is kind of what is necessary for both of these characters.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually kind of interesting how like they play so similarly, even though their tools are very, very different. Okay. Throws the bomb up. Oh, wow. That was such a good rising down air. Are you kidding me?
Untechable too. Like, that was. There's no escape.
Yeah, no. It was really, really good. Come with the 2-frame option. You'll love to see it wall jump into bomb.
Yep.
What was that on stage?
Good mix-ups. Good mix-ups.
Crazy. Young Link got so much
first.
tech. You know, he looks like he's a medieval little boy from like the 15th century, but he's got some technology in him. He's got the technique.
So true. My lord, he's going for it.
My lord, pass the gunpowder.
Exactly. Fire on all cylinders, and now we're getting some of this arrow stuff. That's going to be really hard, blowing him out of the rafters. There it is, taking game 1 with a 2-stock.
You know, some people would call that an SD. I would not call that an SD. That is some serious pressure that caused a mistake. You know, SD, self-destruct, it implies that Wolf was at fault there. No. Young Link was not giving him an inch. He was fighting for every breath, and he ended up making a mistake. That is pressure and succumbing to it. That is really, really nice stuff to see from the Young Link. Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely think the good Young Link confirms were starting to build that momentum. It was really nice. You could see more and more conversions every time. The improvement was there. The adaptation was there following Wolf's DI. That was really important. And being able to connect with those big hits that counted the most, right? So let's take a look at that. The untackables, that like you literally cannot escape that.
That was so nuts.
I think what was interesting before that one, they caught it with a fadeaway forward air, which I thought was a really, really good way to get David off stage. Was super important.
Yeah, definitely. And from that offstage position, Young Link was just completely... There it is as a player. I think is definitely in his element when he's ledge guarding. Young Link is not really who springs to mind when I think of like deadly ledge guarders, but it really does come down to the player most of these times. And I think that was incredibly evident there. Really good stuff from Wichita State, but also a very decent performance from Sacramento as well. And yeah, definitely in that last stock, those confirms started leading to much more solid answers and ended up finishing quite nicely. It was really good to watch, really fun to watch.
Absolutely. So it was interesting. We're going to go into game number 2. Obviously, we did see a little bit of a mix-up there on the last stock there. So now we're going to small battlefield. This is going to be a little bit more interesting. We're going with some of these good jab stuff. Obviously, sticking with the same characters, there's got to be a way to make this work. Even though you did get 2 stocked in the last game, there's still a way to kind of like turn this around for your team.
Oh, yeah. I you know, a 2-stock doesn't mean that you are outclassed, you know, still close on each of these stocks. We can see that right now. I personally love this stage for Wolf, but I can definitely also see Young Link doing nice things with it as well. Definitely using these small platforms, like, really nicely in the projectile game, too. Right. Stage. Nice forward air. Sorry, nice forward tilt. Tries to go for the down air.
We're catching some of these good hits, though.
That's nice.
Okay, now we're catching some of this. I think the suppression, David looking very, very nice. The edge guard never ends, and no bomb to pull, so there it is. That's going to take it.
That air dodge is air dodging back in, and then it just not working like that. You absolutely hate to see it. But yeah, no, David staying his hand on this too. Yeah, that is actually true. That is actually true. Using a lot more projectiles, using this neutral beast so much more on Wolf this game, I realize.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of a tool you gotta use, but not over rely on, right?
Yeah, can't become predictable with it. Definitely not. Oh, that's nice. Speaking of Young Link confirms. Right there.
Gets up right into the up smash. You hate to see it. Yeah.
He really just looked him dead in the face and said, "You will not get up attack. You will not get up attack." Like, my goodness, that up smash.
Okay. Whiffing a grab technically should be a little bit more punished than that. David almost gets something there. Again, these roll reads are starting to come out, but the down smash just a little bit this time, too many times, and now loses the stock in the end for it.
Yeah, that's nice. But, you know, not without actually getting a decent lead here. 71%. A decent Wolf combo, like a decent Wolf confirm here in the right area of the stage, will definitely kill this Young Link. Oh, nice! Parry into the jab! He saw it coming.
What in the world? I've never seen a punish like that.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't actually know you could punish that off one hit of parry. I thought you had to like block the whole thing and parry the last hit. So that's
crazy.
Actually, kind of crazy.
Yeah, parry gives you a large window. I think that's that. If it wasn't a parry,
for sure,
you couldn't just drop shield.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No, parrying is super good in this game. I think it's like a really high level.
Take the big read with the down air. I like it.
Massive. Yeah. Okay. He's giving him so much respect with this ledge guarding. He's like not leaving stage at all. Oh, hang on, turn the lights on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Alright, power bill went out. Just like, unfortunately, the Young Link stock there. There it is. Now down 2-1.
Yeah. I think David's doing a way better job catching some of this good stuff. There it is. Now we're getting a grab into the roll read. That's really nice. However, can't really convert after that. Trying to get one of these up smashes to connect. It is not going to get the scoop you're looking for. However, still living that up smash is good. You want to stay alive for as long as possible. 118 is still a little early. You got to get a little bit more work done with the extra credit for Wolf.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he can do it. This shield... Ooh, never mind! He can do it, but he won't do it. Up smash sends him to an early grave. Alright. We're back on equal stocks now. Anyone could take this, I think.
Yeah, right now, I mean, there it is at a deficit. Has to figure something out. Trying to play a little bit more patiently, but knows that the Reflector has been messing with some of the projectiles, so not really able to rely on them as much as they were before.
Yeah. Something I want to mention is he's deliberately throwing these boomerangs into situations where it covers the jump, but it doesn't cover the reflector, so he can't actually be punished by it. Like, this is actually really smart projectile play from this Young Link from there it is here, which is really nice to see. Oh, but the falling reflector? Oh my god, it's the arms race. It's happening right in front of us.
For sure, yeah. The conditioning is definitely going back and forth. We're shielding. The down smash knew that was coming out. It was getting a little bit predictable. Knows that that's a punish. That's a good read on the air dodge as well. Now bomb into... Okay, well, fall out, yeah.
Yeah, back air off that bomb would have killed, I think. These are nice reflectors, though. See, Young Link cannot stay on these platforms because Wolf up smash is a serious threat. Oh, nice! He read that reflect so well with the chain grab. Oh, so close.
And it would have worked on shield too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, into the down.
So active. My hitbox is out there. He put his sword out and he didn't put it away. My goodness, that was
wow.
nice.
The sword in the stone. I'm serious.
That has That has some frames on it. My goodness. You don't ask
Just
how many frames that's
waves
out
it
for. You ask
around
how
with,
many
like-
seconds that's out for.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. That's
Oh my
insane. I
goodness.
mean,
yeah, that was really cool.
though it is small, it'd be deadly.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, the power of that move is very much betrayed by the size of the sword and young Link in general, right? Like he's a little kid. He doesn't look like he can mess you up. He doesn't look like he has hands. But you know, when you put a metal blade in those hands, they can do some serious damage.
And he is the best. He is the best of the three Links, like undoubtedly.
I would say so. Yeah, definitely. I'm someone who believes in like some kind of optimal adult Link, Breath of the Wild Link play, with like the bomb setups and stuff like that. Like I think that there is potential, but definitely at the moment, and definitely as far as results are concerned, Young Link is far and away the best. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Young Link just as a character, the kit works. The kit meshes so well. It is like a nice.
Everything
smoothie.
just confirms.
Then, yeah. An adult Link is just sort of like smoothie with too many chunks in it. You know. Just...
yeah, he's just slow. He's slow and he doesn't have as much priority. Like the one thing I want to mention there, Young Link actually using the up smash, really powerful move, really unsafe. It's basically only really good at catching like rolls and stuff like that, or like bad ledge options. But the thing is every other Link, their up smash is even slower. Like Young Link, it's still unsafe, but it's not that punishable, right? But like, I think that's one of the reasons why he's.
But what was interesting was David was doing a good job of actually just going for some of those stuff, like getting those big out of shield punishes. We saw the parry into jab. That was like
into the jab combo. What was that? My eyebrows
never would
were.
think about that. It is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. No, Yeah, but I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Oh, I landed the parry. I'll press A, right? And I'll see what happens. And then, it's good reaction and everything, but like, I really didn't expect it to work in such a good way.
Right.
Great game, honestly. Really, really enjoyed seeing that. Close too, getting two start. Sometimes it feels like you're a little bit outclassed, but that really went down to the wire there.
Right, for sure. I think it's going to be interesting. However, they're going to game 3 now. I think they're still figuring out what stage is going to be. I'm sorry. That was it. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's best of 3. Yeah, it's not first of 3. It's best
so technically
of 3.
It's 3.
Right?
So technically,
Yeah.
It's best of 3.
Yeah.
I was thinking he almost pulled it back. Like literally, I thought that based on how David was playing at the very beginning of the game, like.
Yeah, I thought that he was. There it is. Definitely had to adapt after that first stock because Wolf was definitely sourcing when they came back in. They had meditated for a little bit, activated the adrenaline receptors in their body manually through immense amounts of training and meditation, and were able to actually get it kicking, but just not enough left in the tank to carry it all the way through the rest of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, true. I definitely think that it was. It's going to be up to the next player. So obviously Wichita State getting an early lead. From what I've seen from these matches, typically whoever gets the early lead, that kind of sets up a really good place for your team because you have the ability to hang on to your captain and wait. And usually the captain is like the most talented player on the team. Extend in the captain, then you bolster that lead. You basically widen the gap with the captain at some point, right? That's the goal, is try to build momentum for your team. That way you get to a point, eventually you can make it to a possibly unwinnable scenario, but you have to be careful. Can't always work like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really interesting kind of dynamic with that kind of thing. It's kind of cool that you guys, and by that I mean EGF, speaking as someone who's just coming into it now, it's kind of really cool that you guys do your Smash series like this, where it's like a team-based thing, because it adds a whole other level to it, because you're not just thinking about the characters, you're not just thinking about the matchups, you're also just thinking about the players and they themselves as unique people as well. It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, so we think of it. The way I kind of think of it is like, it's just a bunch of best of threes, just a 1v1, right? You don't have one person completely sweeping it for your team, right? Taking 15 stocks or something like that, right? Like
very rare is that the case. Yeah.
Right. So basically, you end up just having more diversity, I would say. You get to see more players. Everyone gets a chance to shine, and of course, like some teams have enough players that they can rotate. Right, they have enough for 2-3 potential teams. They give it like at least 10 or 15 people on the team. They can swap in every single week and have a different person playing at a different level. So it's really interesting.
That's very true. It's very true. But yeah, no. So right, okay. So Wichita State won this BO3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they have 3 points because they won. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, technically,
they're
yeah.
up.
So
yeah,
technically, they
Sorry.
get an extra 2 points for the win. So it should be 5-0.
Okay, 5-0. That's fine. That's cool.
I think so, because they get 2 points for winning the best of 3, right? And then they get 1 point for game 2 because it was a 1 stock, and then 2 points for game 1 because it was a 2 stock.
Right. Okay, I understand. I get it. I'm smart. I promise.
Like I said,
math,
the brain don't always work.
Yeah.
The brain is trying to work. The brain doesn't always.
Well, especially not when you're trying to take in like such high action, like high octane, like smash action, right? This is gaming athleticism in its purest form, ladies and gentlemen. It's
I'm serious. Like I'm so absorbed in the game. I'm like, oh wow, that was crazy. Wait, score?
Yeah. You don't think about the repercussions and like what it actually means in terms of like the competition. Yeah. No, I totally get you when it comes to that, for sure.
But we do know who the next players are going to be. It's going to be Shupel from Wichita State versus Sun Jammy from Sacramento. They're going Battlefield. It looks like they're going Battlefield. Yeah. They're finishing up the button check now.
Okay, that's fair. I am definitely not biased towards Shupel at all, by the way. I'm just saying. They have a...
Yeah, we don't even know if you're related. We don't know.
Okay. Yeah, but like our names sound similar. There's a pretense, There's like a for all the shoot.
They spell it differently
because we're definitely not the only two,
Yeah, they spell it SHEW, so technically.
That's because they're American. This is the British spelling.
True.
Oh, okay, speaking of, they heard about something like Youngling. They were like, "Oh, you want to see the source?"
Yeah, we were talking about Young Link versus Adult Link. This is the third one in the equation. However, Byleth, one of those characters that we have seen at the top level, but only for one person. So very hard to see where this character can stack up.
Yeah, I think Byleth is decent for a heavy. I think that they're pretty good. Like they've got a lot of moves which hit hard, but this character is not top 20. Like Leo is just a god. Like. It'll be nice to see what they go for here because there are a few really cool setups that they have. So.
Okay, I love the
nice. Yeah, I saw the down air. I was ready to lose it.
Going for it. Has to go for it. Some of these big hits, like again, the smash attacks, they are risky, right? Like this is the kind of stuff you have to remember.
Yeah,
they have back farther when you get caught out of a smash attack, and you got to watch out for that risk.
That's true. Sudden Journey is like. It's got the smash attacks are really long. They have a very specific range that they do their damage at, and again, they're super risky to go for. And for a quick character like Toon Link, because he is actually quite speedy, maybe that can be used to his advantage here. Really nice forward air there to create some space. Yeah,
okay, good
shield. That shield damage, my goodness!
You have to watch out. You have to watch out now because you can't get caught by things in the shield, and still you're gonna have to get killed for not teching.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. Oh, nice. At 0%? 40% off a single confirm? Let's go.
Yes.
Byleth Gaming?
That's Byleth.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
but that guy was nonsense.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I did not expect that to kill. I was like, yo, that's a kill throw?
That was the opposite of DI.
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, so yeah. Stock's pretty much even again. Byleth though, the thing about Byleth, right, is the 69%, 81%, this is kill percent, right?
Yeah.
Like one good hit from Byleth can just send you flying.
That's right, and one hit like this, that will send you flying.
Yeah, just like
for sure. As you say, it happens. But getting caught out of the bomb, that's really unfortunate. He still has a magnet hands to get back. That's huge.
That was actually really good. I was gonna say it looks like he's just out of range there, but does manage to actually make it back on, which is good. Okay. Oh, throw doesn't have a kill throw. Oh, he was looking for an up B there. He was definitely looking for an up B.
waited for the air dodge, but just didn't have anything after that. However, the trade here works out in Sun Jimmy's favor. Now, in a lead, Shupal has to be very careful. They are on their last stock for this game. They're going to have to take this and then some and get the momentum started for the final.
Yeah, and this is Byleth with rage. You know, you thought 81% was dangerous, like...
Yeah.
No! Oh my goodness. Dano will do it.
Oh,
he goes for...
Wow!
No!
And then...
Off! Okay, it's fine. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. It's okay. It was all planned, calculated.
Okay, but why did it work? Why did that work?
Listen,
that's
it's
a bit unfortunate.
I don't know why that worked. You don't know why that worked. But we have to assume that they know why that worked. They are 5-head, we are 4-head, right?
Yes,
there
maybe
some level that we're not
can give
on.
us some more explanation, but that seemed like a really weird situation. Just because, hang on, let's. This isn't the first. This is the.
Yeah, let's look at the other stuff.
You see the shield pressure.
Shield damage.
That's huge.
Yeah, incredible.
A little bit of the weird spaghetti stuff. They're just kind of like throwing stuff out, waiting for the approach, and no one's approaching.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Gets the
then
dash
moving.
attack confirmed though. This is very nice.
Yeah. Okay, but you see, the waiting of the air dodge again. Nothing really off that. The reversed F tilt. I think that was probably a misinput actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Snapback.
That back air is lethal. I cannot believe that traded in such a fashion.
The range is huge. It's gigantic.
Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
Okay.
Yeah, so here we have.
Okay, so the canceled. Okay, so they canceled, and then it looked like maybe a footstool. Was that a footstool?
I couldn't tell you. That was really strange.
They didn't go into the footstool spinning animation.
Yeah, it didn't do the thing. It just kind of
right above Byleth doing the up B. That seemed really interesting. Either way, Shupal does die for it, which is rough.
Well, I mean,
I kind of got back to a lot of stuff earlier, but couldn't. Should
have played around it. You should have seen it coming. Should have played around it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you know, GG's go next.
Just don't get hit. Save your jump.
Yeah. Well, if he didn't get hit by
it,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure.
That is true. It was a forced error, right? You panic off stage. That is kind of what
for sure
can benefit from, especially with a stock lead.
Yeah,
you're not really worried. You throw it away.
Yeah, with a stock lead, when you're already on like the fear that gets put in your soul when you see a Byleth go off stage to try and ledge guard you is absolutely gargantuan. It's massive because you don't know if you're about to get your career ended by a spike or the up B plays.
That is true.
All over the place.
That is true. However, that means that Sacramento now has. I think technically they did die at the very end, so it was a one stock.
Yeah, it was a one. So yeah. They died before the Young Link did. Yeah. Score is 1-5. 1-5.
Yeah, but we're going to game number 2 soon. We do know that the bans were FD, Smashville, and Kalos. They are going to Small Battlefield as a result. So
that's fine. Small Battlefield, great stage.
Good for game 2s. We've seen it in the last one too.
Yeah. We saw it Youngling versus Wolf. I think it's also I like this call by Toonlink because it prevents the Byleth ladder, right, that we see on Battlefield sometimes, where you just get killed off the top, the up B, up air stuff.
Right.
So it's nice. You like
the goal here is just to not get hit by Byleth stuff. Like I know that up B into side B is you can get out of that, and it's kind of like a DI mix up. You just gotta see it come to fruition. However, there are options to follow that DI that don't include that. So we'll see if something. Yep, sticking with it though. Toon Link versus Byleth. I definitely think that this could be a little bit closer than game 2, just because of how the platforms are laid out. However, Shupal is going to rely on some of these good punishes that Young Link can benefit from.
Getting some mileage out of that forward tilt as well, keeping it even. Ooh, dropped the shield just a moment too late. Nice, yeah. Going for that forward.
Yeah, that's one of those moves that you don't even want to try to parry. You're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna. Oh.
You hate to see that type of thing happen. That is a really unfortunate update.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. I thought maybe he had the magnet hands as they did earlier, but.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is again.
This is the kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah, see, if that happens
Validating
higher
the
up,
bomb
it
down
can get some way. Yeah, that's nice. Ooh, good down air, actually. I never see younglings use that move because it's like, it's not a very good move, but maybe it's got some usage here.
I don't know. I actually prefer Toon Link Bomb, to be honest with you. Like, I think that there's a reason Shupla is going for so much Bomb here, and that's because it's a really, really good option. And compared to some of the other options, that Young Link has, right, their Bomb isn't the most a priority.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess,
not
for
as
them. Here, it is.
yeah. It also has a longer, like, it can bounce along the ground and stuff. Pretty sure Toon Link Bomb just explodes on contact with the surface, which is really nice. Nice little bit of a, forward tilt there from Southern Germany. Yeah, for sure.
Right, like you can see how slowly it flies through the air. Like it's a really nice mix-up for a lot of people who are used to fighting Young Link.
That forward tilt! I'm sorry, that forward tilt sends at such an angle. Sorry, that was... by left. Takes your life in a blink of an eye without even realizing it.
The Sakurai angle, for sure.
Yeah, right? My goodness.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get something with the forward smash, I respected. Okay,
that down smash was just the spacing on that was slightly off, but it was really good.
Right. But with a lead like this, a sudden jamming can just do whatever they want.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, they can go for the risky stuff here, and I would say they're probably better off doing so! Down air on stage? What is that option? Why did it work? That is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, literally at this point, Shupla's just trying to take a stock. Sudden jamming off stage. Might be a time to do it, however, manages to fight their way back to stage and barrels their way back to try to regain stage control. Finally, the hero spin. Finally, the hero wins, not going anywhere.
Well, you know what they say, never go 3-1 up, and we could actually see Shupal bring this back. The momentum is in their corner right now. Sudden jamming is just trying to land a decent air.
That is true. I think Sudden Jammy's kind of playing with their food a little bit too much.
Just a tad, just a tad. I mean, you know, you say that. The thing is about Bylab is, you know, their buttons are so strong that if you throw stuff out and it hits, then it all works, you know?
Yeah.
Nice coverage with the bomb, though. Shupal playing this smart.
These 2 frames.
It's difficult.
Yeah. Especially with forward smash.
I'm so glad the Bylab jump doesn't kill.
Yeah, true.
Down B. Nice.
Okay. Missing out.
Trying to get something hit. Nice. Saw the down B. Sorry, saw the down smash coming out.
Yeah, but we gotta find the right punish for that.
Ooh,
Unfortunately,
nice
he just kind of lets that go for free. Now we're getting something.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Wow.
Nice shield. This shield button is like getting used against this Bylab. I'd love to see it. Just they're
both whipping grabs, but Toon Link having a longer grab and longer animation, I think, is starting to not work out for Shupal. Still alive though. I mean, that's an achievement versus Bylab.
Yeah, that bomb ring grab was so nice. Yeah, Shupal is absolutely playing out of his mind right now to take this so close. I believe. Oh, the dash attack! Oh, you hate to see that kind of thing happen. That was actually really close. Sudden Jammy's taking the next game 2-0.
Toon Link at 150, I was like, yeah, once I see this kill screen, I know it's over. There's no getting out of that.
Yeah.
The kill screen is the kill screen. You're just dead.
Yeah, you can DI as hard as you want, but like, you know, the DI in his heart was strong. You know, like the heart of that Toon Link was absolutely insane. Like, usually, like when you go 3-1 down, you do kind of get the oh no, right? You know, you get the mental kind of oh god, what's happening? But Shupal able to bring it back, able to actually show signs of life here. After such a crushing way to lose your first stock as well, that's rough.
Yeah, it is what it is. However, that does mean that the teams are now even. It should be 5-5 by my calculations, meaning that Sudden Jammy was able to pull back the deficit that his team had incurred in the first set with basically the same formula, getting a 1 stock, then a 2 stock, and then the extra 2 points to win the set. That is really, really nice for Sacramento. They seem to be looking to even the playing field and continue the momentum that they've gained. This is kind of crunch time, you know, which team is going to break away in these last 3 games, or last 3 sets, rather. I mean, it could go either way. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely the kind of thing that you want to see if you're Sacramento here. You can't really ask for more than to get yourself kind of put back onto a level playing field, and now the thing about Wichita is they're definitely going to be thinking about how, oh, okay, we're on neutral ground again. There's only 3 matches left. You know, we need to pull ahead again in the future. Whereas Sacramento, they're on the up and up. The mental is completely different. I'm interested to see how it develops into this game 3. Or match 3. What, set 3?
Set 3, yeah.
Set 3.
Yeah,
Set
in
3,
the third set, it looks like it's going to be Bao for Sacramento State versus Lenny for Wichita. They're going to do a button check with the random characters so that they can keep their character picks blind.
Nice.
In the meantime, we will basically just be waiting for them to enter the arena with the intent to kill. Let's see what happens.
Right? They are definitely both coming out ready to play, ready to 3-stock the opponent, right? They've already got their goals combos in their heads, they're trying as hard as they can here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of ties into the traditional crew battle format, right? You're trying to save your own stocks, not just trying to take your opponents. The amount of stocks that you retain actually does make a difference. So the 3-stock is the goal. You need that.
Yeah, the classic adage is winning at full health and winning at 1 health are the same, right? Perfecting someone and winning on a magic pixel, same thing in the grand scheme. But that's actually not the case here. So it actually disincentivizes going for riskier stuff that you would see people that usually have a 3-1 stock lead go for, which I think is actually kind of interesting. The emphasis on the safer play. It's been kind of interesting to see, and we have seen this here or there. Wolf is a character who has a really good offstage presence, fantastic air normals and stuff, but has a tough time actually getting back onto stage. And when Wolf was playing in game 1, they were basically exclusively guarding from the ledge. They weren't actually going off stage very much. So it's,
I mean, that's the thing. I think is Wolf. Wolf has the tools to do the job on stage. You don't really need to go off stage because you are kind of vulnerable. Wolf doesn't have as an exploitable of a recovery as the other species, but still presents a few risks. So you don't want to overextend. You don't want to commit to some crazy option off stage unless you're 110% sure you're going to hit it. We'll see. I mean, I've seen some crazy plays, some all out. Why would you do that? So unexpected stuff. However, I still don't expect that, right? I still don't expect that. So I will be just as surprised if I see anything crazy today. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I definitely want to. But it's one of those things where,
be hype.
Yeah, you're just kind of... The hype behind it would be unprecedented. Even more so because of how much more risky it is, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
When the risk factor is high, it makes it even cooler.
Yeah, true.
For sure. And it's what's up? What are you thinking about?
I'm trying to see. So they're banning FD first. So I'm just looking at the ban chat. So they're gonna ban FD first. I'm wondering what that means because a lot of people don't like FD. That's a typical first ban. I'm not super surprised, but it's anyone who's not a zoner usually will be get that out of here. Okay, the second bans are going to be Town and Battlefield. Okay. So I'm thinking probably Smashville.
Okay. Yeah, I can see Smashville here.
Or PS2. Actually, probably PS2. I hate when they ban to PS2.
This is not bad. I mean, hang on. I mean, I guess it would help if I knew the characters that they were playing, honestly. I can see, I think PS2 and Smashville both completely... Go PS2? Yeah, okay, nice call.
I hate them.
I hate them so much. Why? What's wrong?
Because you could just because it's half the time they're just let's gentlemen to PS2, and then it's okay, that's great, save me some trouble. Now they just go through the ban process, and then it's just well, let's go to PS2.
yeah. I mean,
same result, but an extra 2 minutes. Right, I guess so. Yeah, it's all good. So. Good stuff. PS2 could see anyone then. Literally one of the most neutral stages. Could just see any character.
Yeah. I really don't think this has a particular lean towards a certain kind of character type. It's just a standard long stage.
Right, that's what I was thinking. If they pick Smashville, usually I can think, okay, they're playing something. I don't know, maybe a Donkey Kong. Maybe we'll see a Donkey Kong. Maybe we'll see a Roy. Maybe we'll see,
something like that. Yeah, who can use the Mega Man, yo. Okay,
this actually
I'm
looks
here for the
familiar.
Mega Man. Mega Man into Mario, actually. That seems rough. Cape kind of shuts you down.
Yeah.
But,
I've seen quite a
we'll have to
few
see
Mega
how it
Man
goes.
in this league. Liddy, I don't know if I've seen their Mega Man, but it is going to be a true test versus Mario, who is one of those characters that has a reflector. Have to be very careful. You're a projectile-based character. That is something you got to watch out for. And Mario has some great strings. You cannot get caught up in the Mario ladders. Those up airs can be deadly.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting. But Mega Man, got some really nice normals as well. Like the specials are really good, but this guy, the Shoryuken up tilt is really cool. I'm excited to see Mega Man here. I think this character is awesome. But Mario, deadliest man with a water cannon, Super Soaker, gone missing from Toys R Us. We are currently looking for it.
Okay, I like it.
This can be dangerous.
The fireball to step up the crash bomber. That's smart.
Oh, yo!
No.
Oh,
Too fast. Fell too fast. That's unfortunate.
yeah. Lenny running away with this first stock. No intent on letting it up either. Yeah, not gonna kill Flood.
Stuck.
Flood really useful in this matchup when I think about it, actually.
The lead into the shield pokes, really nice stuff from Linny already, being able to get some extra credit on the board.
Nice. An explosive game so far. This is absolutely brutal. They are just playing this up. They're playing this at 150cc, It's really cool. They're just like going at each other's throats. So much aggression.
Yeah, I mean,
nice up smash.
Lenny is doing a good job. I like the lead that they've garnered so far here. Full rage. Things could happen that maybe Mario is middle of the weight tier. You got to be very careful. Some of this stuff can kill you rather early.
Oh, that's back throw, right? Ooh, no kill. Okay, never mind. Mega Man heavier than I thought.
Yeah, not able to get the mash out.
Oh, the up smash.
Too many pummels. Wait,
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Not stale.
Oh,
okay,
the teabags, Lenny, calm down. Unnecessary
Lenny.
roughness.
Uh-oh.
We're
gonna get a flag on the play, but this might just be interesting. Trying to get the more shield pressure, and this leaf shield is so good.
Did you see that down it? He's going for these aggressive spikes. Lenny, calm down. Is that how they do it in Wichita? Is that how they do it?
That's what I've seen Mega Man love going for that down air because it's a ranged down air that spikes. It is non-committal, and most of the time you're not at threat from Mario for that.
Yeah, for sure. We could be looking at a JV3 here, actually. Nice parry into up smash! What? Are you kidding me? That was sick! That was so
wow,
cool!
Okay. Expected to roll in. I like it. Was waiting for like the hard read call out.
Oh yeah,
sure. Did
if that worked, it was sick, right?
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's the second
It's the offstage
time.
pressure. Well,
yeah, a little bit of
Rito
a
definitely
fight,
splashing the water in the face right now, right?
Yeah.
Rito's definitely, just like, oh, there was just okay. Let me clear the mind, go straight back in, because like, my goodness, Lenny came to play. That was some serious stuff.
Yeah, that was interesting. So let's take a look. The fireball under the crash bomber was good. However, we're seeing this pressure. You see it right there. Didn't know, lost their jump, kind of realized too late. Fast fall too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. See, I'm expecting like a back air coverage here, and then no, just completely stays, feet planted firm on the ground, goes for the up smash. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that teabag, my goodness, Lenny. Come on now. Rito is.
There's taunts.
He's just
taunts are allowed. Taunts are allowed. You can taunt. Don't teabag. You can just taunt.
Yeah, right. Especially Mega Man's got that cool taunt where he goes like, and like he like.
Yeah.
You know the Mega Man taunt?
Yeah,
that's sick. That's a really cool taunt as well.
Like.
No, that was cool. I'm definitely a Lenny fan right now. Like that, I love seeing some like really dirty, aggressive play like that, especially from Mega Man. Who's
it's
just
interesting. So we're gonna swap out to Ness. I think that's fair. Ness is gonna be even harder on projectiles than Mario is.
Yeah,
and this is small stage, so you're gonna be rushing Lenny down.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit tough here. Yeah. So Lenny. Okay. Yeah. So how Lenny's gonna have to do this is like he's gonna have to respond to this nest pressure because he's just looking to confirm up to anything or like get a grab and then go into stuff.
For sure. And trying to get yikes. Rito not able to get the second the bomb.
That's rough.
Just the worst way to die as a nest player.
That's unfortunate. Oh, and you can't even like be like, yo, you want a homie stock or anything? Because like that's actually throwing in this game mode. Like
Yep. Cannot get the 2-frame the second time though. Rito looking like they need to make some huge adjustments here right now. The Leaf Shield is doing loads of work for Lenny.
Yeah, for sure. One of the few projectiles that Mega Man has that can't be absorbed, by the way, because it is a physical projectile, and Nessus Reflector only absorbs energies. So,
right. And in theory, is incredibly vulnerable, right? Like, you can't.
Yeah, but he's using it so nicely with the M momentum. Oh, challenging the PK Thunder, Lenny!
Wrong angle.
Oh my goodness, another 3-1 lead.
Yeah, forced the wrong angle, the panic coming out, Rito not able to get the right angle to get back to safety. Lenny, again, a 3-1 stock lead, continues to play with the advantage.
Yeah, no, and he's still going for, oh, nice 2-frame. He is like, yeah, that was nice. He has, Lenny has, like, completely accurately recognized that he wants to play in this Nessus off stage, right? Oh,
this might
get
be
out of here! No!
Can
Okay, he's back on.
Can actually get there, yeah.
Wait,
Rage has to punish stuff like that.
Go hard.
Wait.
Go back in. Oh, nice! No tech for you! Untackable manages to come back too. That's the kind of thing I want to see from Rito.
You're also dead. You're dead now. Now you're dead.
The invincible team. You have to wait. You have to respect it. You have to. That is so rough. Oh my god. That entire game was just... That's unfortunate. That sucks.
Okay, so Mega Man...
really, that was a good option, right? Lenny played that well. That was a good option. But like, my goodness. That was...
So,
you hate to see
there's so many unfortunate moments. I think Rito we had at least 3 stocks this set that were unnecessarily lost because they just panicked off stage. Probably 4.
For
Actually,
sure.
technically that makes 4. Technically that's 4. This one was good. I like that, right?
Yeah, that was nice.
You know,
that was, like I say, that's the kind of thing that you want to see, yeah. But, oh my goodness, the retaliation up tilt, that is... Whoa. Replay, did we have to show that?
Platform. I loved it because they just stood there and then they turned around and then did it. And that was
they were just like, hey, they were just like, hang on a minute, can I do this? And then
they
does
that
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to do that with a roll read earlier. Like they were hoping that the panic roll would occur and they would just catch it and like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great roll read option, right? Because you hit it, and like if they're at that kind of percent, then they just die from it. It's fantastic like that. And it's got so much horizontal range as well. It doesn't look like it in hindsight, but my god. But yeah, no, it is. Whew. Lenny came to play, right? Lenny is not messing
as he
around.
Should.
That is 2 stops.
As he should.
As
he should, for sure.
You know,
so yeah, 2 stops, winning the set. I mean, it is what it is. I was just gonna say, like, if you don't dominate after the teabag, I'm flagging.
Yeah,
hey,
right. Yeah,
but
right
hey,
there. That's fraudulent.
Pull it off. Skills to pay the bills. Whatever, can't hate.
For sure. No. Yeah. You got to respect the skill, right? Teabagging and then get embodied, like get out of here. No one wants to see you anymore. But like teabagging and then you actually do kind of got a little bit of juice. Then it's like, okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah. So next up, basically, so Sacramento is kind of in the same spot that they were in after the first set.
Yeah, but even more
down.
So, right?
They're gonna need another. They're gonna need another kind of like big set here to turn the tables in their favor, right? They got to even this back up before the last set occurs because this is really where things become like make or break, right? Like if like let's say if Wichita gets another set like that one, it would be unwinnable because the most amount of points that you can get from a set is 8. Right?
Yeah, that's
2
true.
3 stocks plus the 2 from
2
winning
3
the
stocks.
set. So if
but
you
that was a
are
6 pointer
farther
right
than
now.
8 points. Exactly, right? So the 6-point lead, if that we see another 6-point lead from Wichita State, that's unwinnable.
I mean, Sacramento State can still pull this back though, for sure.
Of course,
like
right.
they are not too far away.
Important. Right.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And again, we saw the reversal in the second set, right? So it could happen. It's going to be Yggdrasil for Wichita State versus JCost for Sacramento. Obviously, we're going to be seeing a PS2. Or no, I'm sorry, they're gonna ban. So I guess they're gonna ban. So they're gonna figure out their bans right now. I thought they were gonna PS2.
Yeah, that's fair. Take the time. Yeah, no. Okay,
however, I definitely have seen both of these players before. I just don't remember. I think Yggdrasil might be. I think it's one of the Xenoblade characters. I think it's either Shulk or Aegis.
Oh man, you're right. Yggdrasil's such a Xenoblade player name as well. God. I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you can kind of.
Maybe I'm
wrong.
You know
how like you can kind of tell, like what kind of character the person plays based on their tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like
what do I play?
What do you play? Nerf? I mean, what do you play? Pikachu, hopefully.
That's funny. I actually had a Pikachu secondary for like 2 weeks. Well, no, not longer than 2 weeks, but yeah. I just don't like Pikachu. I hate Pikachu.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't like him either. I think he's absolutely ridiculous. He's incredibly strong. Who do you play? That's actually interesting to me. I
used to play Pac-Man, but now I play Sora.
Sora! Okay, that is actually kind of interesting. I wouldn't say that Nerf is a... Okay, Nerf is definitely a Sora tag if it's online, but in locals, probably... Like in person, probably not.
I guess so.
That's interesting, though. I think that's cool. I think Sora is a cool character. I think a lot of people started crying about Sora because they didn't know how to shield properly. Yeah. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Sora kind of got swallowed up by the ridiculousness that is, like, Aegis and Steve and Min.
Yeah, right? My god. Yeah, he was not as powerful as those were. Yeah.
And Kazuya, so it's like,
Mishima,
he's not crazy. He's not crazy. He's got some really good options, but it feels more like a Byleth, just like Byleth kill power on
it feels regular. Yeah.
Good recovery though. I can't play a character with a bad recovery. I picked Pac-Man because he had a great recovery.
That's fair. I have made the claim that you can tell someone's name from that kind of thing, so it made sense for me to guess. But I will just tell you who I play. I am one of the only few Luigi players who are not afraid to show their face online. I don't do the zero depth, okay? I'm not good enough, but I am a Luigi player.
Okay. Well, these two characters... Though. Definitely, yeah. So Robin and Greninja, I've actually seen this matchup a couple times. I actually find that Greninja really just goes all over Robin. This is a very, very hard matchup for Robin to pick. But I might be wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Robin's got a lot of really strong attacks, but they don't really have too much range. They're very up close, and like you want to confirm off of your arc fire, right? But Greninja is just all over the place. It's like he's very cheeky in that kind of sense. I can definitely see how this is hard for Robin, but managing to keep it even at the moment, even going ahead. Wow!
See, that's the thing you've got to do. JCost doing a great job getting a lot of damage very quickly. You have the power to do so with Robin. As slippery as Greninja can be, you mentioned that yourself, Shoot. I think that JCost using the big aerials that Robin does have can be super useful. Just because Greninja wants to be on the approach more often than not. If you can find him in the air, that's when you can succeed.
Yeah, and getting a clean hit with that, there is so much base knockback on those thunder-enhanced aerials and stuff. It is really, really crucial to get that kind of thing, because it can lead to some early stops like that. I really didn't think they would get that like that. That was really awesome.
Right.
I'd love to see it.
And I think the FD pick is starting to really work out a lot for JCost. Yggdrasil just doesn't have a lot of approach routes that they're able to mix up enough to get in. Versus the Robin, it's really important. However, you gotta be careful.
He's out of books!
Where you go?
Oh no! His library card ran out.
Expire.
Yeah, right? Oh, that's rough. It can be difficult sometimes, you know. The muscle memory is acting before you're able to say, hang on a second.
Right, and I think the over-reliance on the rapid jab with the L-wing jab I think you're using some of that recovery tool a little bit too much.
Yeah, it is a really good rapid jab, but it can definitely come back to bite you.
Oh, here we go. Good way to get yourself farther in the lead. I love that.
Yeah, and you never expect it, I find. At least when I play against Robin, I never see that stuff coming. It's just a very quick kind of option to go for in these situations.
And it looks like JCOS is doing a great job of like mixing up their DI. I think that getting out of some of these combos that Yggdrasil was trying to go for.
No way!
Where are you going? Where are you going?
He put some butter on that. My goodness, did you see how yellow that smash was?
What?
And he still hit it?
I mean,
that was
all
crazy.
of that, still these combos, double arc fire into up smash?
Yeah, crazy. Absolutely nuts.
Wow, the
that has a hitbox like that? What?
Yes, it has the ground hitbox. You electrify the ground. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Very good weight.
Okay.
Go into it.
Has Elwin coming back up though? Has it now?
Oh,
nice. That'll be almost
Good
spelled death for J-Cost.
Right. Just trying to reset a little bit to neutral. However, these big hits, that's a lot of shield pressure. You got to be careful. Levin Sword almost gone. Wow.
Oh, the shield break! No way! Taunt?
Bye-bye. I still can't do anything. It's still
Okay,
Levin Sword.
150 rage, yeah, because he didn't have the Thunder Sword. He used it to break the shield.
He just taunted and was like,
That
well,
is so
now
crazy.
what?
What is going on? Yeah, right? Taunt to get bodied? True combo?
No, it's okay.
Did you see it?
Still in the lead.
Oh.
Good. Well, maybe now it's time to get bodied. Maybe a little bit now.
I mean, okay. Well, one decent hit on Greninja can spell the end here, but, you know...
However, Greninja
Yggdrasil
has a
does
great
definitely... Yeah. Yggdrasil definitely has the momentum right now as well, because J-Cost's probably sweating a little bit.
I'm wondering if the rage is going to hurt Yggdrasil's ability to combo confirm. I don't know.
Very
possible. Now you are getting sent off stage. This is not good. No, you're dead.
Ooh,
you're dead.
into the dash attack! Oh, nice. Yeah. J-Cost keeping it clean there, managing to score the points. Get it in the bag for Sacramento State. Very nice.
Knew that all the damage from the Arc Fire, the Arc Thunder, plus the dash attack, you didn't have to break the bank for it. You just throw it out and be like, okay, this is the kill confirm. You're probably going to die at like 180. So. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, and if you shield all of this, then you now can't shield anything after that because your shield is going to be on like absolutely no strength. And as we saw before, Robin is very proficient when it comes to breaking through people's shields. Yeah, no, honestly, just an incredible game. That felt like it went both ways in such like a massive momentum swing. Like, wow, that is a smash set right there. I had a lot of fun watching that.
Sure. Wow, like the top hit of the down smash clipping Yggdrasil right there. That was really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was
JCOS
so
is
strong as well.
This is good though. This is good for Sacramento.
Oh yeah, you'd love to see it.
Right. So
I think I'm interested to see what they do in regards to bans. Actually, we have seen bans come out now. But yeah, I was gonna say I feel like platforms are probably the best for Greninja. And I'm not sure if they'll let FD through again. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Technically, Greninja doesn't like lose out by having FD a lot. I think it just in this matchup is horrendous. Yeah. I would never take Robin down.
Yeah, for
no matter what. Even if it's good for me, I don't care. I'm not taking it.
That's fair. FD again. Wow. Here we go. It's happening. Getting into game 2.
I can see it. I guess I understand the mentality. Like, I mean, they're banning weird stages like Yoshi PS2 in town. Like, why did you ban PS2 in town? I don't know. Very strange.
Exactly.
But hey,
we're gonna have more of the same here. Oh, time to tip the scales as
We're
well.
in the
This guy
lead.
came with a. Talk about a game plan.
Well, technically, this is good. That's what the team needs. Technically, they're tipping the scales for Sacramento State. That's really important. Right now, JCOS trying to get something started here in a good lead. Yggdrasil, again, forced into shield, playing way too scared right now in this early game.
Yeah, these lightning attacks are just so strong. Respecting them a little bit too much for my liking, personally.
Exactly. I think right now J-Cos
okay.
has been doing a good job of like forcing Yggdrasil into inaction.
Yeah, see, I like playing this slow when it comes to the ledge guard, just trying to kind of snipe the Elwind with the LB. I think that's actually fine. It is a really good counter to Elwind, so...
Yeah. Okay, just trying to get something here.
Doesn't go
However,
for it
the
here.
jump,
Oh,
no
nice.
Nosferatu, like it. I like it.
Ooh, that shield pressure again! Manages to counter with the down smash, though. Doesn't actually get the shield.
I think that was good. Yggdrasil
Nice.
knew that they
Forward
started
air.
with a generally a full shield. That was good. Easy pressure to take, and then get
That was a beautiful
kill
read.
afterwards. Yggdrasil, this is looking way better.
Fantastic. Yeah, Yggdrasil definitely came to play, like, properly. Like, you know, the jitters are out, and there's nothing but rage now. You know, there's fury in Greninja's eyes. And they are playing as well as they can. Evened out, though, very nicely by Robin.
Yep. Robin not
Back
taking
to
a hit
J-Cos.
and then going for the kill. Good stuff. Jeez,
for
this
sure.
is starting to really rack up 71% in an instant. All of a sudden, J-Cos looking like that deficit is gone and then some. Yggdrasil having to play from behind and figure out how to make up this lost ground.
Yeah, and you can see that Yggdrasil's trying to go for some of these combos, trying to go for some of these confirms and stuff, but like can't quite get enough started to overcome the fact that they are at 93% versus a Robin, and these aerials are really scary.
I know. Almost gets the pivot grab there, not able to get it. Yggdrasil at 110. Again, any 11 sword move is going to demolish you. You have to be extremely cautious. The run in shield does.
Oh,
buy
saved
Yggdrasil
by
a
the
little
drop
more
sword
time.
though. That was nice.
The opportunity is what we get here. No, the Nosferatu comes out prematurely. J-Cos now back to even. This is possibly very good for Yggdrasil.
Yeah, that was almost really sick. Just a little bit, just a little unfortunate as far as the up B goes. And again, the shield falling to a very small amount. Fuck yeah, will seal the deal. Yggdrasil's last stop. Can they make this comeback?
Oh no, just can't get anything. We're seeing opportunities, cannot get the big punish. They're kind of hesitating and flinching in the face of the opportunity that is given to them. J-Cos potentially could die from some of these interactions. They're whipping a lot, and Yggdrasil just has yet to find the option.
You really can see Yggdrasil just struggling to try and get something started here on J-Cos confirmed this stop at least.
Ooh.
Nice, okay, good grab.
No kill
forward
throw, so can't do anything.
Tries really hard with this up B. He is really like trying to put as much work in with it as he can.
No. And right now, Yggdrasil is just trying to avoid damage, cannot take all this extra credit. This is starting to rack up, needs to take the stock now, and the Nair is not going to do it just yet. Has to find a stronger hit here. There we go.
Oh, does a forward smash count? Is a forward smash a strong enough hit? I think so. That was crazy.
Dead.
No.
I'm just kidding. Probably not dead. Probably not dead. Yes, actually dead. You're actually dead. Yeah, you're dead.
Oh, probably not dead, huh?
I was like, probably not. Actually, no, wait, 70? Yeah, you're actually dead.
Yeah, with Levin Sword? Yeah. That is a dead frog. Go ship him off to Paris or something. My goodness.
That hurt.
Yeah, that was
really
rough to see. The shield breaks? I've never seen a Robin go for 2 shield breaks like that. Like when I think of heroes,
If it works, if it works.
Yeah, when I think of for sure, but when you think of shield break characters, Robin is not like even in the top 5 in my mind. But J-Cos making it work here, really interesting stuff.
I mean,
and yeah, it's crazy.
I definitely think that the shield break is a consistent option for Robin, just because you saw it there, right? Whether it's you're just getting a lot of shield damage, or you're getting a shield push, which can actually prevent Yggdrasil from getting the game win or the stock winning punish, as it did earlier in this game. I think it could go both ways. You kind of force the opponent into an unwinnable situation, just because you're laying on that pressure. You're really just getting both the hit on shield plus the grounded electrical hit. So it's pretty nuts. And Robin, if you've got it, you got to go for it, using the Levin Sword to its fullest extent.
Yeah, and it's really, really good to see J-Cos use these options so well. You know, like Levin Sword is something to be very scared of, as we saw there, but they weren't always using it. You know, like when you have such a good option, when you have such a good thing, you kind of fall into traps of using it really often or using it when it's not the most effective and all this kind of thing. And on Robin, that's even more punishing because of the charge-based system. But he was really nicely utilizing it at the right time and the right places in order to get the most out of it. And I think that's, well, it's evident in the fact that they 2-0'd, right?
True. Yeah, I mean, what was the stock count on the last one? Was it a 1 stock or a 2 stock?
I think it was a 1 stock, yeah, because the forward smash came out and killed Robin. They were on 2 stocks for a while though, but yeah, I think it was a 1-0 at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At least I'm pretty sure. You can blame me if you want to. It's okay.
That's all right. Maybe
if
we can see
it's
some more
wrong.
of those replays. Maybe we can see some more of those replays.
Yeah, that actually would be nice here. If we went to replays again, we would actually get more information, more critical information than we had before.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for
look
sure.
at
Okay,
that.
so let's see.
So this is
was
2
on-
stocks.
Yeah. I don't know if this is game 1 or game 2
Yeah.
since they went to FD both times. So we'll see.
No, it was going to.
This was game 2. Yes. So we see the pressure. So
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you see it right there. Like that push.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're going for. It's the worst case
Yeah.
scenario for you when you're down special.
Yeah, the back. Yeah. See, 1 stock.
That was a 1 stock.
Because
Yeah,
they got
one
the
stock.
full.
But the JV2 though.
Yeah, I mean
only
JV2.
JV's
That's
counted.
an extra. That's
If
an
only
extra
JV's
point,
counted.
right? No, unfortunately.
Yeah,
not.
right. A half point.
That'd be
The half
funny.
point would be actually kind of lit. So yeah. So that
I
puts,
kind of would actually run that by.
Nah,
Run that
I don't
by,
want to break the rules.
by
Maybe
the
for
guys,
season
huh?
4. Maybe for season 4. Who knows? But so with the 1 stock that gains another 3 points, so it should be 9-11. I think Wichita with 11, Sacramento with 9 now. This is far more doable. Still, I like the gain that J Cost basically got Sacramento. We're still down to the last wire, right? This last set is going to take it one way or another. They're going to have to really, they can just win. They don't really have to do anything, right? As long as they win the set, it doesn't have to be a 2 stock, doesn't have to be anything. They're not required to win as many points. They literally just got to win the set.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, you have to do a certain amount, you have to go the distance or anything. Like, this is actually a really, really close situation where,
Very doable.
like you say, just winning is all you need here. And if you want to go for more points, then you know what? More power to you. Make the scoreboard look better,
Yep. Absolutely. Because the points do add up at the end of the season, right? And we are nearing the end of the season. I believe it's like, this in 1 more week? I think it's like 16 weeks total. Yeah, 16 weeks total. So this week and next week, the last 2 weeks of the season. So then we get into championships, all that kind of stuff, qualifying. That's a separate issue. Having those points really helps you as a team.
Definitely. Absolutely, definitely.
Yep.
Right, so we've got some stuff going on here. Yep, I was going to say, oh, here he is!
Nice.
Here's the boy! Largest sword in the game. Palutena Sephiroth.
Yeah, appropriate. I would say appropriate.
Yeah, I would say so, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, with the Zoro name as well? Yeah.
Yep. That's
like
true. That's
that.
right. It's very apt.
Yeah, it works on it multifaceted. I like it a lot.
And I think the fact that they're on Battlefield, this actually works well for both characters. I think this could be very interesting. Palutena, used to be a very, very, I would say a character that was regarded heavily as a gatekeeper, kind of kept lower tiers out of the running, and really
For sure.
showed
Yeah.
where like those weaknesses can lie. Sephiroth, I believe, does have some weaknesses, has immense range, as we mentioned. But he's still going
slow.
a little bit too ham.
His startup
you're
is
vulnerable.
his weakest point by far, I would say. Wichita, we'll have to see if N-City actually punishes this kind of thing, because it's not just about knowing the startup is slow, it's knowing which ones to punish, but the back air, that's a kill option as old as time itself, and it is very, very apt for cleaning out the first stock on Zoro. Decent amount of advantage on Palutena as well, so what you like to see.
Yeah, this is really looking very, very good for In-City. I mean, this is kind of what you're going for, Palutena. You have a great tool with the Nair, can lead into some insane combos, lots of damage, and on Sephiroth that goes even farther because he is one of the lightest characters in the game. Still, if you can get out of this juggle situation, you have to retreat back to ledge. That's where Sephiroth can make things a little bit stickier, so I want to see Zoro up that edge guard.
Yeah, for sure. But you can see, like, the thing is the damage coming out from Sephiroth here. Look at that. He's got his funny DLC combat mechanics, right?
Yep. Sure.
You know, and that's something which you need to actually take into account. When he's got the wing out, he is seriously dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. One wing's
on the
huge
Spontaneous.
tool, but rolling in on the up smash, unfortunately, In-City is going to use that long-lasting hitbox to create a lot of pressure. Here it is again. However, you're going to get grabbed for it this time. In-City still has yet to lose the first stock, and
nice
there it goes by the wayside. Yeah, Zoro, knowing that that's one of the killer options there for Sephiroth on ledge. However, I like the orb placement, creates some more pressure.
He went for the shield. He went for the shield break there. That was cool.
Yeah.
A little bit mistimed, but it is what it is. Yeah, Zoro, you know, N-City is absolutely cooling right now. Like, 90% up, he's totally fine.
The back throw,
back
probably
throw?
not enough, yeah, but we're getting close. Very close.
Yeah. Very close.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, explosive flame! That flame is so explosive.
Yeah, I mean, fell through the platform a little bit too much, and explode is basically what you do in that situation, so don't get hit by that.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't get hit, right? Press counter or something. Yo, Palutena is making this look like a day of the office right now. Really consistent with his confirms, with the
tries to go for the skewer
pressure. Nice counter there. Actually makes the landing safe.
Right, and some of the Palutena projectiles kind of making it harder for Zoro to get the approach.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, N-City is playing this really nicely. Explosive flame, like, it really is just a check of, like, well, are you currently in a good position for explosive flame? Are you playing around it right now? Nice Octo Slash, though! Wow, the hitbox on that is massive. Did not think that would
Octo Slash, you gotta respect it. Absolutely gotta respect it, because that will clip through the ledge and catch you at your darkest moment, so...
Goodness. Sephiroth can definitely pull this back here. 110% is got a decent amount of rage. Wichita State looking a little bit. Ooh, explosive flame! Don't get too cocky though, Zoro. You gotta watch out for that.
I know. Again, like the back throw probably will. Yep. Ooh, okay, the DI actually helped try to mash. That was unfortunate. I definitely think like came out while they were trying to mash. They ended up DIing straight into the last one. Probably if they had held in, it would have been all right. Because at 117,
maybe it was still pretty close.
Yeah,
and it was like like you're saying, Sephiroth is a light boy. He's
for sure. But it's Battlefield. I feel like on this stage we did see Sephiroth only like 15% earlier be able to survive. I mean, we'll take a look at it again here. We get the back air, a nice invulnerable move. We don't actually get to talk about the fact that two of Palutena's moves are invulnerable. Kind of a really nice tool.
Yeah, especially on a universal kill move like a back air. Like it's so good for her. And against someone with so much priority and so much range like Sephiroth, invaluable in this matchup more than others, I would say. Because he just can't challenge it.
So look, you can see the initial throw. It doesn't look okay. You can see he actually kind of goes into the blast zone. I'm not sure, like
a little bit. But I mean, you got to understand. Yeah, I mean, Palo was also 50% higher than the first time as well, right?
For sure.
Like, so it's
like
just
the force buffer.
There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things at play there. It was definitely close either way. Like, definitely. That is a very optimal way in which to use the back throw, if that is true like that. Yeah, but that was a fantastic game. That was really cool. Sephiroth bringing it back like that. That's awesome.
Yes, that's kind of like the GOAT moment. You know, Sephiroth has the ability to have that comeback mechanic. Could have made it work. However, just died inopportune times. I think that kind of put the nail in the coffin for them. And so now Zoro
for sure.
trying to make that back a little bit in this next one.
Yeah, we're back in. Yeah, getting right back into it. Honestly, this battlefield looks a little bit smaller. Not too much though. Oh my goodness, End City already making it work. Hasn't taken a single hit, but is putting on a clinic when it comes to pressing and aggressing against Zoro right here. My goodness. Oh, that's a perfect stop! What?
That is. Yeah, the 0 to death, the extended, extended 0 to death, looking very, very nice right now. Zoro,
End City, yeah.
I think Incity is doing a very good job mixing up these teleports. However, Zoro's starting to get a little bit impatient with it, looking to kind of push the envelope a little bit faster. Wants something big, but almost. If they had gone for the up smash, that would have been well placed.
Oh, definitely very well placed in that kind of situation. This is just the positioning on it though is like the spacing in this matchup is actually so important. End City. As hard as they can.
Wait, we're waiting.
Zoro though using these platforms to his advantage.
Yeah,
that
it's great for Sephiroth to create pressure. I love that.
Yeah, the up smash like completely covers it. It's really, really nice. Oh, with the up air as well. Get out of here! Nice, swatting him out of the air like a mosquito.
Right, Zoro kind of doing the run in, run out, trying to bait out some of these projectile options. We have seen End City go a little bit too hard, overcommit with some of those. However, Zoro, again, is in a bad spot. Again, we're seeing that invulnerable move come out, can get back with the magnet hands, but this mix-up on ledge is only going to get you
No way
far.
did I kill! What?
Yeah,
that smash was great. That was like, I saw the up smash and I was like, okay, what's next? And then he died.
Right.
My goodness.
And again, a full stock lead. Very, very nice stuff for End City here.
Yeah, this is okay, nice. Trying to get something started with these finger snaps. The wing is out. Zoro trying their hardest to make something come out here.
Yeah, I think they're just doing some of these like
moves
jump,
have
like
so much
landing
prio.
cancels. It's tough.
There is good. Oh, aggressive. That
It's a
was
little bold.
really. Yeah, bold. Perfect word. Well, he needs to be challenging these Octo Slashes though. The start of an Octo Slash is ages long. Yeah, exactly like that. Boom. Perfect. Exactly what I want to see. Back air. Octo Slash's startup is the most punishable thing about Sephiroth, and it's so nice to see Palutena caught onto that, End City caught onto that, and ended up actually getting a really, really, really solid game there. Nice. It's good to see.
That was definitely an insane play.
Clean.
You know, catching the Nair off stage into the knowledge to go back in with the back air as Octoslash is priming. Very, very, very important stuff. So good play there by End City. I love it. I mean, the Palutena is showing this character can put your character's weaknesses on full display. That is a really, really nice place to be in. That 2 stock plus the points for the set. See what the final score is. I believe it should be. Oh, wait. End City was. Let's see. Yeah, End City. So for Wichita, that means. What is that? 4 points? No, 3 points plus 5. That's 19. So that's a pretty nice score ending. I think at 19 for Wichita State. 19 to 9, I believe, if my math.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. I'm sure if we're wrong, we'll have people yelling about it. So
for sure. Either way, I mean, it is a victory for Wichita State, well won by them. Sacramento, they were fighting hard throughout. I think they just got a little bit too far behind in some of the more crucial sets. You could see once Wichita got in their groove, some of those players that really knew how to cook, and they could build that momentum and snowball very quickly. So Sacramento still put up a hell of a fight, but we're gonna get an interview with, I believe, End City, the person we just saw playing the Palutena from Wichita State. So we'll be on quick break, and then we'll go right to that interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Last night in my dream, all the machines had been disconnected. Time was thrown at the wind, and all of my friends had been disaffected. And now I'm searching for trust in a city of rust, a city of vampires. Tonight, Elvis is dead, and everyone is spread, and love is a satire. And now I know my heart is a ghost town. Now I know my heart is a ghost town.
What is up, everybody? We are back with the interview for EGFC Season 3, brought to you by Intel. I'm Nerf. My co-caster down there is Shooped, and we are joined by
that's
in the
me.
city of Wichita State University. How are you doing tonight?
Doing really well. Just got the win. It was a close set, but we feel good about how everybody played today. So.
Cool. I mean, first of all, congratulations to you and your team. I mean, I will defer the first question to Shooped.
Yeah, no, I guess the first thing that's on my mind, I had a lot of fun watching that last set in particular between you and Zorro of Sacramento State. I just want to kind of pick your brain a little bit about the matchup in that. Palutena Sephiroth, that's something which is a lot more common than the other matchups we saw here. Have you played that matchup before? Because you didn't seem too comfortable in the start, but you were really feeling yourself as the match kind of got on. What was going through your head here?
I think I've played the matchup a couple times before, and I think what it comes down to is like how aggressive is the Sephiroth in the way that they play, and if they're willing to hold back, then I'm definitely willing to just shoot out projectiles like auto reticle or explosive flame, and just wait for them to approach me. I was trying to figure out, on the way, and I think I got a little bit more comfortable with how Zoro was playing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the explosive flame doing a lot of lifting there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I definitely think your team seemed pretty well rounded. Did you, as a team, did you have any specific regimens that you've been doing, perhaps in these last few weeks, trying to close out the season? What does your practice session usually look like?
Our practice sessions are usually just like against each other. We're typically running sets, or we're just practicing games against each other. We're also playing against our coach as well. And so it's just a lot of like games, as well as VOD review. We're looking at the teams that we play against, as well as our matches that we've previously had, and looking at what we can do better.
Cool.
That's good stuff. I like to hear that, honestly. Like doing so much to actively work on yourselves to get better and to perform as well as you can. I respect the hell out of that. That's awesome. It's good. It's good to hear.
Thank you.
Were you at all nervous going into against Sacramento? Like, did you view these guys as a particular threat, or like were you confident the entire way?
We were definitely a little bit shaken up by their set against Weaver State last week. They kind of did like super well into them, so we were like, oh man, like we just wanted to just do our best and hopefully just like get a win with what we were doing. But I think we all just played like amazingly, and so I think our nerves kind of went off the table, and we just played our best.
Yeah, the confidence kind of grows in that situation. Yeah.
True. I mean, the confidence can really help. I mean, I know that this whole match was relatively back and forth. Like you'd lose a set, then you'd win a set. Then it really started to get kind of tense in the last couple sets because it was sort of like a make or break moment. And I think I mentioned this. Like, did you as a team have any specific communication or any sort of motivation? Like, what sort of helped you pull it together in these last couple of sets and really break away from Sacramento?
I think our last few sets, I think on that third set that we sent Linny in, we always typically place our trust in Linny. We know he can get the job done. He's a great player. He did just what we
Linny. that set was absolutely bonkers. That was.
And then we just had to put our trust in our last couple players, in Yggdrasil and in me, and we just knew that we needed to just win one of those sets to close it out. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. I always find it fun when like the captain like comes in at the last game and you're just like, oh no, like the clutch, the pinch hitter,
I'm a boss.
It's gonna it's always a good strat. Well, thank you so much, NCity. Obviously, congratulations again to you and your team. There are so many things to be had in this last week. Are there any shout outs that you want to make?
Just the team. We've been working real hard. I really appreciate everyone's effort, and it showed today. It was a tough match. Sacramento is a great team, and we just played our best, and I'm super proud of everybody.
Awesome.
That's the kind of thing
thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah. Before the next match, we will be going to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. There is still one more match to be had on this third stream at official EGF2, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a little bit.
to the other side. The other side. I'm the only one alive who get me to the other side. The other side. Giving up, letting go. Times we might feel compelled. Looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves. And there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control. When we feel like the world is against us, we're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the internet that we must reach. 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 Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing
Welcome, everybody. We are back. Not a long break. You don't have to wait very long. We are getting right into it with EGFC Season 3 powered by Intel. It's time for George Washington University versus Seton Hall. This is certain to be quite an interesting match. I'm very excited because I have yet to see George Washington, as I mentioned to you, but I believe I have seen Seton Hall yet. So, Tenrek, what are you thinking about tonight? I think it's going to be an interesting one.
It's definitely going to be a weird one to watch, but still an exciting one. George Washington, they've definitely been a wild card in the rankings this entire season, and yet they still stand closer to the middle of the pack than anywhere else. Yet, solid performance, 8-5 right now, really solid round differential. When they win big, and they are known as some pretty crazy upsetters in these standings. Meanwhile, Seton Hall, they've only managed to get one dub this season, and so not much to a lot to expect from both teams. But the funniest part about that is, while there is a lot to expect, we don't know what most of that is.
Yeah, we have yet to see exactly how it's going to play out on the field. That's kind of how it always ends up, right? I mean, but we know from what we've seen in the past, George Washington has been a powerhouse in certain situations, as you mentioned. Seton Hall, they have a bone to pick. Maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They could probably be a little bit scrappy in this one, and I think that going for some crazy stuff, again, high risk, high reward. It could be risky, but that when it pays off, I think that we might see some crazy stuff, and I'm hoping that we see some high plays.
Of course, no. I mean, that's all you really can hope for is some nice hype to watch from either side, especially considering that there's still so much Smash left to play for this set. You look at it now and you see like a really long haul, but once you start looking 2 or 3 sets in and the score is really going to start to reveal itself, the distance may change a whole lot. I'm wondering, is George Washington going to pull its powerhouses out right out the gate, make sure Seton Hall doesn't have a prayer of getting this dub ASAP, or are they going to hold back, and are they going to make sure that they can seal things up pretty late? Because as much as the records in the league standings kind of speak for themselves, a lot of these wins from every team really haven't been big wins.
That's true. I mean, we have seen quite a few nail biters, things getting relatively close, particularly as it goes into set 5. I definitely think that it's smart for George Washington to kind of show their hand a little early, but at the same time, I think that can lead them into sort of a false sense of security, which might be something that they have to be careful of, right? You can't always just rest on your laurels the entire set. You still have a fight that needs to be made, and Seton Hall is going to be showing that they have the ability to do some crazy stuff. So let's see what happens as it occurs.
It's a weird mentality to kind of take, because it's so different to a crew battle, because you're not approaching this as each player sort of follows the other one right after. These are 5 isolated scenarios, 5 different clean slates that provide different amounts of points for these teams in each scenario. In most cases, you're probably going to want to win the majority of the sets, aka 3 of them, but even that can be relatively unpredictable in a matchup like this, as we're going to start the very first set.
Right, and this is, I will say it, I'll say it, it's an explosive matchup because, let's be real, Lucas is one of those characters that can make Snake regret everything that he does. The passive damage that he can normally benefit from with the grenades and such can be turned into passive damage recovery for Lucas. However, not a scratch on him until just then. Finally, Solid able to get something here, aptly named with the Snakes, but so far, not looking too hot.
Yeah, as good of a job as Snake does at locking out basically any character in the game, regardless of how much recovery you can pull, Lucas also has some incredible zoning potential, and we're really seeing that already with Jimbo here from Seton Hall.
Yeah, I love watching Lucas's play. I definitely know a couple good Lucases who've made this character look quite scary. However, Solid looking to get something here out of shield, not able to get the punish here. The PK freeze is the ever-present factor that can just kill you off stage for free.
I mean, the longer this Snake survives, the more dangerous this situation gets for Lucas. Jimbo needs to kill, and he needs to kill now. We'll go for another PK Thunder off the stage this time, not opting for the freeze, but Solid can still get back on stage here with the nade. One more PK fire will do the job, though. There's the first stock of the series.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas having that PK fire that actually just does knockback instead of like Ness's, which holds you in place. I mean, it definitely is a great punish option, catches a lot of jumps at a disadvantage, is an incredibly useful tool for Lucas versus Snake particularly, because Snake tries to get back through the air.
I like Solid's approach here of recovering higher, because the longer that Solid's been staying on the ground, as much as he loves to be there, Jimbo has been more than happy to take that. I mean, that's a great absorption of that up smash, but unfortunately unable to recover for one reason or another. I like to chalk that kind of thing up to Wi-Fi, so that's what we'll say it is for the moment.
Let's go.
Still 2 stocks for 2 stocks, but Solid. I mean, Jim has already found a lot of damage this quickly. I mean, really great at this kind of lead that Seton Hall's first player is already racking up.
Right, and I like that they're trading parries. You know, you can't even chalk that up to Wi-Fi. It feels like they seem to be getting their timings relatively accurate here. Now we're getting a nice follow-up. Solid getting the full hit. F-tilt 1 and 2 gets him off stage. Now Jimbo trying to get back again. Roll in with the get-up is going to help. Now getting popped up by the grenades. You're hating to see how this is turning out because that lead is gone, and Solid looks like they might just be able to pull this right back.
Solid's got to stop dash stacking. That's my one criticism right now. Other than that, Solid's improving drastically over the course of this game. Starting to use a lot more nades in those prime positions, becoming a little more unpredictable, and yet finding those big heaps of damage out of nowhere. Nice air dodge to avoid that forward smash that absolutely would have killed off that edge. But Solid, you can tell, he's starting to fish, and that can lead to a lot of punishment. There's a start.
Wow, you hate to see the stock getting taken like that, and the up smash is going to solidly take that one. However, we do see the fireback Jimbo off the Angel platform, not going to take that lightly. We do see the Angel platform giving some freedom to take those stocks whenever you just couldn't before.
I like this guessing game that Solid's trying to initiate now of these grenades not being something that Jimbo can magnet safely and launching himself in with, again, a dash attack, which I don't really like for this Snake. I don't think it's the safest option against this Lucas. I think you can turn around, get a Zair going, or even get another PK fire going like Jimbo's been doing. But even so, Solid's keeping the options very limited here for Jimbo right now, and it's keeping things nice and tight, despite the differentials that we keep seeing in these percents.
Oh my god, I'm very impressed by Jimbo just knowing some of this like cool Lucas stuff. Like we saw trying to lead into the PK freeze. So I'm trying to do some of these dare loops. I want to see some of that come to fruition. Not going to happen here yet because the PK freeze catches you off the Cypher off stage. Jimbo looking very, very nice. The one stock starts off the set very cleanly.
I was wondering when that freeze was eventually going to break through that Cypher. It took a couple attempts, and it took a couple attempts as well for Jimbo to become confident enough to go for that PK freeze again. Was opting for the PK Thunder for more consistent damage a lot of the time because he just couldn't find his way through. But enough damage was tacked on. Jimbo had enough space, went for it. It connected. That's a good GG to start things out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, I'm very impressed. Like Jimbo seems to know the stuff that they need in order to get these good interactions versus Snake, right? Like you saw probably a couple mistimed options in some of these situations. However, I mean, dime for dime, they actually were able to build the momentum and really take it where it counted, I think. And I think that the last part of it, like you can see right there, it was a great advantage state.
100%. I think Jimbo just played that space so incredibly well, which is what you need to do against a Snake. Sure, Lucas's matchup was pretty solid against it, but even so, Snake is just such a dangerous character at all times. Solid was dash tacking a little too much, wasn't holding a grenade very often, so that Jimbo didn't really get punished for those grabs a lot, which can happen a lot more against other Snake players. So I think there's a lot to improve on for Solid going into these potentially next 2 games to hopefully even things out for GW as we head into game 2 of this first set between these 2 players.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a good start, right? This is really nice because that, in theory, that's a matchup that should work out very well for you. It does so. So I don't know. I'm wondering if we're gonna see a swap out of the Snake. It's really hard to tell. I know that a lot of people usually defer to their comfort pick, like, okay, it's my main, no matter what, even through the good and the bad, I'm gonna stick with it. We'll see if that comes to fruition here or if we're going to see a character swap. I'm not sure.
I don't think we will. I think Snake is one of those comfort characters where you sit on it and you say, okay, This character absolutely could have won that last game. Here's just what I needed to change, even in a negative matchup versus someone like Lucas that can just PSI Magnet over and over and over and over and over again. Solid just needs to adapt more cleanly in the middle of the game rather than after it, especially since he's sitting on set point right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay, and I like the stage counter pick. So we're going to Smashville. This is definitely an interesting one. Not something that you would expect from a Snake player, right? Like Snake, still good coverage with the platform. You have some great hitboxes that can do that. And as well, being able to rush down Lucas is super important here. As much of a zoner as Snake is, this stage can really work out for him in this situation, I think.
I guess Solid is trying to make sure that Jimbo is the one that has to be floatier in this situation. Solid's not going to be able to really recover high right now. You can't get that C4 drop down on most of the stage, and there's no way Jimbo's going to walk over to that edge to let you get a C4 on him. True. And so I'm thinking Solid's going to go for a lot of those up tilts and make sure that they can get a lot of these up smashes on the recoveries from Jimbo. But it's going to take a while if you get a magnet on one of those up smashes, already back down to 34 here.
Right, and that was insane. All that hard work that Solid was able to do, all for naught, it seems. Jimbo back in the lead. Solid has to make some adjustments. I'm wondering, what's the play here? Mixing up the magnet? Looks like that could be something here, but Snake not able to get anything major off of a grab at this percent.
It's scary because Solid has to be so non-committal even when Jimbo's trying to recover. You can tell he's keeping himself so limited because he fears the magnet coming out at basically any time, as he should. It's a very powerful tool in this matchup in the Lucas v Snake, and oh man, you see this spacing by Solid definitely improved, ready for that PK freeze. You can tell both these players are aware that they are on a timer.
Right, and you're looking for the kill conditions. The up tilt being a little fished for there by Solid. Still looking for something here, anything that will take the kill. Can't get the out of shield option. Jimbo is definitely oppressive enough on shield. I really like that they're just kind of going for these options. And again, the spacing is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, no, Jimbo's keeping his distance to make sure that the only viable option is something like a dash attack in Solid's eyes, leaving him super open to those killing tilts off the edge. Great early kill from Jimbo.
Wow. And parrying the first hit of jab, and then just getting hit by the other two. Unfortunate to see. Literally, like, some of the hardest tech for Lucas is this, like, Zair. Like, the double jump cancel Zair. Like, that's insane. So Jimbo is just doing this casually. I'm, like, very impressed.
Oh, yeah, you can tell Jimbo's definitely goated with the sticks to some degree on this character. Definitely put the time in, gotten in that lab, put in the work, and it's absolutely showing that preparation on something as simple as that magnet conversion to get so much space and heal at the same time. It's the kind of Lucas tech that you look at so often, but you can't complete on your own unless you've spent so much time with that character. You can tell Jimbo's super committed to this, but that up tilt is going to finish stock number 1 already. So much damage, though, from Jimbo.
I love that. So the C4 was reading the roll out, and of course the roll in being reacted to appropriately and getting the up tilt. What a great way to take the stock and create pressure leading into that situation. Very nice stuff from Solid. Has to keep that up though. Unfortunately at 110, you don't have a lot of room to play around with here.
Of course, no, that trap setting takes a while and takes a little bit of percent to get through, and Solid just does not have that to spare right now. He's got to play very proactively and start getting this damage really quickly if he wants to have a shot at taking this set.
For sure, looking like a background shield, not able to get anything here. I think Jimbo's kind of just throwing out some of these options. However, with the stock lead, has the freedom to do so. We are seeing Solid backed into a corner in some of these interactions.
Solid trying to manage this center stage right now, trying to find the right conversion, but Jimbo's really solidly avoiding all of it right now. C4 is controlling the left side of the stage where Jimbo now has to recover too, but again, those nice mix-up with the magnet. Jimbo's back down to 0!
I know. Literally all of that work. Solid now has to work 3 times as hard. Has to kill Jimbo twice over pretty much every stock because these up smashes are leading into massive recovery for Jimbo.
I mean, up smash from Snake is just such a constant need for a lot of Snake players, and for good reason. It's an incredible move to cover so many options for recovery. But against Lucas, if he spaces himself right like Jimbo has consistently, then, I mean, that's just free percentage on the way back up. And, oh, that grenade is just icing on the cake right now. Jimbo really destroying this second game, staking his claim on this set, making sure that Seton Hall finds an early lead.
Yeah, the classic Snake tactics just work against you in this matchup. and that's the danger. You are able to get a lot of damage very quickly, but I mean, the same can also be true. It can be reversed upon just as easily, and right now, Solid with full rage has to use it to its fullest and avoid everything that Jimbo is going to be going for.
Oh, that PK fire burning through the Cypher. Jimbo keeping that pressure on Solid. Can Solid find at least one stock before he's burned away to minimize these points given to SHU in the very first set of this? Solid exploring a lot of options, none really landing, but keeping his spacing pretty intact, so Jimbo has to go for relatively safe and therefore not really kill-worthy options. But that up tilt is going to be the finisher. Jimbo staying relentless and finding a 2-stock to finish things off. Seton Hall starts out with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So I really like that, Jimbo just kind of going out there and saying, I got an up tilt too.
It's a pretty good up tilt as well. It's a pretty solid up tilt, especially when Solid is at 170%. Hey, that'll do the trick from the platform up in Smashville, and that kind of makes me question yet again. I don't know why Solid ended up picking that. I guess Jimbo's bans were just a little too heavy on him, but Solid, I mean, Snake has a lot of great stage picks.
I think the issue with Smashville is like I talked about how it could work at the very beginning. We just didn't see it really come into play. I think what was the big issue is Lucas has some of those magical disjoints that can really mess with Snake. Makes it so that you can't box as much as you might want to. So that, I think, plus the fact that Jimbo was just playing really, really well, I think it all led to a pretty unfortunate defeat there, I would say, and it means that Seton Hall gets the lead, which is really nice for them.
Yeah, limited options lead to limited stocks taken in Seton Hall. They're going to take that in stride, find an early victory in this first set, but it is the first of 5. Remember that there are still 4 matchups left to have, and Jimbo, unfortunately, cannot cover every single one. Although I'd love to see some more Lucas. I'd always love to see some more Lucas.
Yeah, the Lucas would be interesting. I mean, again, like I'm good friends with Crits, who's one of the people who, one of the Lucas mains who actually like really put in all the work and kind of pushed the meta a little bit for Lucas, both in Smash 4 and in Ultimate. Definitely an interesting character once you get down to the heart of it, once you learn like just what it takes to do some of the wacky stuff that this character can do. Still finding tech. The F smash cancel into what was it, up air? Like the stuff that they just found like a couple days ago. That's crazy.
No, this game is constantly being experimented on, and my favorite part of it is that it's all going to be permanent from now on, since it's that final patch.
Yeah.
Everything that people find from now on, you're going to be able to use
That's
forever. It is really exciting to watch with
Set in
characters
stone, right?
that can especially find such an insane amount of tech. That's why I'm already making a campaign here on EGF the first set in. That's why I think Steve is going to be S tier in like a year, honestly. Just because every single day someone is finding something new, and every day those things become more and more replicable. I genuinely think that Steve can find enough tools to become S tier by probably next year.
That would be interesting. We were already seeing it. I mean, Glitch Infant was proof of the Steve takeover, right? I definitely think you're right. I think Steve has like the potential to be crazy, and you could do so much like wild stuff. However, we just don't. I think that what holds Steve back a little bit is the fact that all of these setups, they typically start kind of the same way. So it's like you're just picking which option you're doing, and it's not like a versatile option. It's like it's not you're not covering all of the options. You're mostly just like, okay, anytime I get them in this situation, I have like 5 different cool things that I can do.
Right,
that's great, but it's just like, what about the other like 50% of the game when you're not in advantage state? It's like, that's why I think
sort of stalling game that
on the other side, I think Kazuya, in fact, is the one that actually benefits. Like, I think Kazuya is going to be the worst character in about a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Did you see the clip that was on Twitter today about the Kazuya EWGFing while Charizard Flare Blitz is going through? Just take, like, Charizard goes right through Kazuya. And that's a manipulation of Kazuya's iframes, which he has on like 60% of his moves.
So does the Godfist not hit?
No, the Godfist hits, but it doesn't stun Charizard. it hits like the projectile box. So you see the electric like it's insane. After this, I will send it to you.
Please
Because
do.
This is
Please
the most,
do.
This is the most
No,
insane
interactions.
clip I've
no,
ever seen in my
the
life.
weird interactions and trades between characters become more and more interesting as time goes on. Because at any time, there's 100 different games of Smash being played, and in any one of them, you could find some new strange collision between two moves that could lead to any one of a trillion scenarios that we don't know yet. We could very well find another one in this upcoming set. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, literally, like almost 90 characters in the game. Like there are endless possibilities. You know, not even to mention like all the me moves, right? Like there are so many possibilities of like wacky things just clashing in this game. There's still so much to learn. Very, very, very like I guess it is depth. It's not breadth. It's definitely depth of gameplay.
Beyond that depth, I feel like now that everything's kind of settled, now that everything's really finalized, I think that beyond tech, I think you can start really finding those good characters and people can really settle into their meta, which is, I think, probably the best part of Smash Ultimate is you play what you like most and you'll probably do okay. I mean, we've seen that when Tweak switched to Diddy and Spargo's picked up the Cloud, won 2 majors in a row with it now. Like, everybody is finding their best selves in a character and then excelling on that character. I really do think as time goes on, every single character is going to find a place where they can be viable, except Ganondorf, because he's so trash.
Except Ganondorf? Okay. Except Ganondorf, except Little Mac.
Main Ganondorf, and I know he's going to be trash.
Okay, well, there you go. I definitely think, like, every Ganondorf main knows that this character is, like, the worst. Like,
there's no way.
Yes.
Look,
you can't delude yourself.
I don't think there's a bad character. I just think Ganondorf is the worst one.
The worst.
That's my philosophy.
I think you're probably right. I think like Ganondorf, me sword fighter, and who else would be like bottom 3? Probably Isabelle.
Isabelle. Ooh, true, Isabelle. Yeah, because Mac is like low D tier at this point. And Jigglypuff
Mac did get buffed.
I was gonna say
Jigglypuff's
way up.
Mac is like the second lowest tier. He's not the low tier. He's not lowest tier anymore. He's the second lowest tier. You know, we eating good. All right, but speaking of which, we got low tier Rosalina, which actually I'm surprised versus Lucina, who's anything but a low tier.
Oh yeah, no, Lucina's only been going up, and I don't think her rise is over just yet. But Rosalina, I think we've seen this sort of resurgence now that again the dust is sort of settled. Rosalina, her spacing is so unique, and these ways that you can sort of manipulate this Luma around a stage. Not everybody's looking for it. Of course, DeBuzz hasn't been playing Rosalina nearly as much as he did back in Smash 4, so you haven't had that sort of prime.
Oh, pineapple!
That's a tragic SD from Blobman over from Seed Hall. But yeah, no, I think Rosalina and Luma is another one of those characters where people are just going to find a lot of new ways to sort of manipulate our combos and find a lot of damage out of nowhere, which really is what Ultimate's meta is starting to become.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, we're seeing some of this, like, interesting stuff. Like, Rosalina is one of those very, very niche pick characters. If you don't know this matchup, you might find that it's not as easy as it looks, right? This puppet character can really just pack on so much damage and catch you in the worst situations, cover so much space. Particularly here on Smashville, I find that this is actually a pretty good pick here for Rosalina, trying to get that confirmed into that down smash. That is possible to catch here. There it is, the hesitation on ledge, getting caught. A 3-stock-to-1 lead right now for Kimonito.
Yeah, I mean, in a game where edge guarding is also so crucial, Rosalina's poke is so outstanding, especially with that Luma. Any sort of hesitation will be immediately punished by either one of these two amazing characters. And of course, Kimonito is understanding the advantages that he's finding, understanding the edge that they're finding over Blobman. Nice down air, though, to get closer to some sort of equalization here. 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, using kind of Rosalina's floatiness against her is a really nice way. You can't just, you say you can't float around there for free. However, you're not going to get punished with the Dolphin Slash. Just avoid. Yep, find the right option. Don't panic.
Set space going, though, 102. And Blobman now feels kind of pressured whether or not to go for the ledge at this point, and it's leading Kimonito to search for even greater options already at basically kill percent with any move. Why not do it with another down air? Kimonito very quick 2-stock to start things off. Granted, it was with an SD at the beginning, and so I'm not gonna completely favor Kiminito just yet, but that was looking really dominant.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the SD aside, that was very, very good. Very good awareness on that last stock. Just throwing out that down air, insane vertical range on that thing. There's no surprise, especially on Smashville, where you know you're going to poke well below the ledge. But if you just go down there and go for it in that situation, you know it's going to turn out in favor for you. I think that a really, really nice option that this character has. However, we do know that Dolphin Slash is relatively fast. That kind of was very, very well timed, but it might not always work like that.
Of course, no. Lucina is all about timing, and if you miss those crucial points where you can let your moves sort of poke through and get the proper amount of space available to keep just piling on that damage over and over and over and over and over again, then Lucina is up a creek without a paddle and has to start back from square one, go back to this neutral game, which Lucina kind of really wants to get out of as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so let's see. I think it's going to be so originally they had banned Battlefield, PS2, and FD. So clearly we're not looking for like a small or we're looking for a small. I mean, I guess we are having to go with a small stage, but the bans this time are Smashville, PS2, and small Battlefield. So we know not to go back to Smashville.
Right. I get the small Battlefield ban especially. Lucina is not the heaviest character in the world. Rosalina, not the heaviest either. Certainly not the heaviest. So I think both.
Although
both
you'd think she would be.
Are gonna. I don't know. But I think both of these characters are gonna be perfectly fine with not having these really short blast zones up, which is why I'm not surprised that they're not gonna go for Town and City either. They're gonna go for good old normal Battlefield for game number 2.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, you know, it could work with Lucina. I mean, we might see a character pick as well, but I think even with Lucina, you know, you can get some of this good stuff. You know, you want to challenge Rosalina in the air. You have a disjoint. You got to use it. That's the problem. It's like you're not using the big sword that you, or it's not a large sword, but it is big enough to beat Rosalina, or at least it should be.
It's a sword. It doesn't have to be big. In Smash, it's a sword, you know?
Yep, exactly.
No, I think Blobman's really going to favor these platforms just because of her tilts. Lucina's tilts work so favorably on especially Battlefield's platforms, provide a lot of great starters from below, really quickly actually. Her frame data on these tilts is also just superb. So I think Blobman going to find a lot of conversions out of this if all goes according to plan. Kiminito really keeping pace right now.
Ooh, right now, I mean, as is looking very, very good. A huge advantage. The juggle of the century. Blobman not able to get down. The crawl back. You know that Kiminito is feeling themselves after that one. What a way. This is a great way to bring George Washington University back in the game here. Blobman has to pull it together here because this Rosalina is not even close to kill percent.
I mean, if Kiminito wins this, you know, regardless of how many stocks they win by, then, I mean, George Washington is back in the lead. And Kiminito's looking to make it a 3-stock win to boot. My God.
I mean, just the call out, knowing that they can get that early stock, you challenge that Dolphin Slash. Even if you trade, you know that you're still going to spike them too low to recover.
Kiminito, the space play impeccable, beautiful, beautiful into that grab. Blobman misses ledge, going for an up smash, read on the rollback, misses it, grabs it out of there again, tries to drag him back to the ledge. Blobman, great understanding of where they need to go right now. They're always opting to try and migrate back to that center stage the moment that they can, but they just haven't found the right starter kit to get that damage tacked on.
Right, I mean, pops the Luma. Blobman not going to let Kiminito get that for free. Knows that they still have the opportunity. They are getting out of these key situations. The Nair will take it. Surprisingly enough, Kiminito lets that one go. The 2-stock is potentially imminent, but Blobman, this momentum that they've gotten has been good, but you're going for some counters. That is a risk.
Such high percent here, and Kiminito just letting every move fly. Luma going where it pleases, and hey, wherever that is, it'll work. Up air to finish things off yet again. Kiminito, another 2-stock to finish things off. George Washington now has a 1-point lead, 6-5.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely not where Seton Hall wants to be. They had the opportunity to break away rather early, right? But George Washington, they buckled it up, and then they managed to convincingly take those two games. Kimonito, I don't think it was matchup inexperience. I don't want to assume that, but I mean, we did see that Lucina was just incapable of using the tools that I expected to win out against Rosalina effectively.
I don't think it was matchup inexperience either. I just think it was matchup experience on the side of Kimonito. You could see they came into both of these games with such a solid game plan and played it to basically every single tee. Kimonito was so prepared, had such a structured play style, and really carried that to the end.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I definitely think that it was very, very strong. They clearly very comfortable in their character pick, in the stage pick as well. Battlefield doing some work for them. Those juggles were legendary. So that is a really good place for George Washington University to really pull this back. So yeah, 6-5.
Looks like George Washington is going to send Bemis in next, and I think that Seton Hall is going to send in Auser, I want to say is how you pronounce it.
Bowser without the B,
Bemis,
I guess so. Yeah,
I've seen Bemis play before. Really solid player for George Washington. As I was able to cast George Washington's game last week, they did great. I haven't seen Seton Hall's Auser though, and so this will be a matchup that I again have no idea what's going to transpire. And it's but I mean, Seton Hall definitely looking for a way back up. They're down 6-5 right now. Definitely took a beating in that second set, and again. It is, we're back to square one here. You got that clean slate, that full reset where you can, start back at the beginning and try and win this next set, try and find that lead again, try and get that foothold back online.
Yeah, absolutely. They are just going to gentlemen to PS2, but the button check is happening. So in the meantime, I definitely am excited to see how this occurs. I mean, we've seen one set apiece for both these teams at this point. It is still even. Seton Hall, they were demanding in that first set, so we could see them pull it back yet again. We will have to see exactly what happens.
Of course, I mean that's one of the best things about something like this is even when you're going into the fifth set of a game like this, even if a team is 4 points behind, they can still bring it back on that fifth set. You can be down by so much or up by so much, and you still need to play for your life. It is a constant battle, and it's really awesome to watch. I really enjoy this format of play because it gives so many players so many different opportunities and teams so many different ways to win.
Yeah, I definitely think so. We are seeing a lot of character diversity tonight, and I definitely love that. I don't think I've seen the same character twice.
Don't jinx it.
I don't think so. It's interesting.
Well, does that mean I get all the boring characters now? Did all the fun characters already get taken out?
No, trust me, no. Unless you want to see another Robin or a Mega Man. Oh, we're seeing Bowser.
Yeah, because it was Wichita. They play all the quote-unquote boring characters. Oh, these are not boring characters at all. Me, Brawler, and Bowser, I'm down.
Wait, is that Bowser on the Bowser? Please tell me.
I would only assume
please.
So.
I'm begging you, please. If he's the me,
honestly,
Brawler, I'm going to be so mad.
I almost want Bowser to not be the one.
God, that was
okay. Oh my God, it's not!
Anyway. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Yeah, baby. Okay, wait.
Oh, wait, no, it is.
Bowser is on the Bowser. Bemis is on the Brawler, and Bowser is dealing some solid chunks of damage already. My goodness.
Yeah, for sure. You need that. I mean, a couple hits. That's really all it is. 88%. Like, yeah, that's a result of like 3 or 4 hits from Bowser.
Of course, with Bowser, any percent is kill percent. Try Bowser today.
That's right. It feels like fire breath.
Oh, that's 24.
That's a lot.
Hey,
right now, Bowser's
Bemis
just like, good, you're dead.
Yeah, he's just looking for the grab at this point. Oh, more fun. No, Bemis has been playing an okay game of catch-up, though, and has definitely been reading those whirling fortresses so consistently. Really solid job from them so far. But Bowser will finish things off with the down air, take the first step.
Yeah, that's interesting. A big call out. However, don't DI in. That will absolutely kill you. You don't want to die too early. Getting a little bit of that flame breath is going to get you some advantage, but you can't get out of the corner right now. I mean, Bemis, knowing that Me Brawler, I think the best of the Mies, has some great approach tools here. Feels like kind of like a strong fox.
No, I agree. I think Me Brawler is a really great character and has a lot of potential going into the rest of the meta. I think a lot of people are going to start picking him up as secondaries. You already see a couple big players picking him up, like Esam, just working on that Me Brawler tech over the course of the past couple months and finding a lot of really strange things. Like, Me Brawler hits really hard.
Oh, dead.
Okay.
No, you're not.
All right, that's
28%. Wait, you might be dead. Are you dead? You're dead.
That's 100%.
Yeah, you're dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're 100% dead. Yeah, but no, Me Brawler has some really solid combo game, really solid aerial game, and can hit really hard in late game as well. I think Me Brawler has some really strong stuff, but I mean, Bowser is the epitome of strength in this game, like the champion of it. And so if there's anyone to try and trade blows with it, it's this big turtle guy.
That is true. I mean, you're gonna have to kill Me Brawler earlier, otherwise Me Brawler will kill you, or a little early too sometimes for Bowser, because some of these angles that you can send Bowser at are pretty nice as well.
Love these approaches from Bemis right now, but Bowser is just doing so much procedural damage, and Bemis is constantly behind. Whirling Fortress gonna poke through here. Good down B to get back online though. But Bemis, that is kind of a weakness of Me Brawler, is that you can't really punish a lot of aerial game as
right.
Me Brawler. That sort of drop down is not your strong suit, and for a lot of other characters, that's where you optimally punish. And so Me Brawler sort of has to find those cracks in the door in a lot of different ways, and Bemis is just having a lot of trouble with this game.
Oof. I mean, Bowser is going for some of these like really unconventional options and has gotten a little bit of like leverage off of it. We are going to see Bemis put them on to last stock. However, we are just seeing the forward smash. We're a little bit heavy on that option. I think might be over reliance. And now that could turn into a reversal opportunity, a good advantage state, or Bemis could turn things right around.
Nice forward smash to get out of that Whirling Fortress. Again, they're becoming so easily read here by Bemis. Definitely ready for this fight. Going deep in there with the neutral B and a nice spot dodge, but the down air to punish the aerial approach. So rare from Bemis, but it was punished the one time it came out. Bowser will take game number 1.
Yeah, really well played. I mean, it kind of got a bit of a bit sweaty there at the very end. You're like, okay, I gotta close this out. You gotta finish your plate however you can. Bowser has lots of ways to do so. That is really important. But I found it very interesting that they were going for down air as these big punishes. I actually wasn't a fan of it at first, but it's starting to grow on me because, for one thing, it's working. Another thing is, like, I think it's really good against Me Brawler, specifically because Me Brawler is going aerially. You can catch them in that air-to-air situation. Could work out really well for you.
Exactly. No, if there's one character I could probably stall and fall more like comfortably against more than anyone else, it's probably Me Brawler. Just because, again, that aerial punish game is not really that existent. Me Brawler has to play really proactively when he's in the air. And he does that really well, but if you're out of the combo and you're on the way back downstairs, then you'll have a pretty easy time getting there against this character. And Bowser, totally aware of that, took advantage of it, killed twice on a down air, and basically killed another time on the down B, although he had the forward smash after it, but you understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, either way, I think that Bowser was going for some of those hard reads, like a lot of forward smash, kind of probably swinging too hard. Like, I mean, in these same situations, like an F tilt would have killed. So yeah. I think
not enough tilts, not enough forward tilts, not enough forward airs either. You can spam those when Me Brawler or really anybody is on the way back to the stage. So I think both of these guys have a lot to improve on, but I think Bowser still has an okay edge going into this matchup, quite honestly.
Right. Yeah, what I thought was very interesting was, even though Bowser has a great grapple option with the side B, we haven't seen it. Now, Me Brawler actually being able to show that they are the epitome of a grappler in this game. And it could be really necessary for Bowser to fight back with that, and so far not able to get anything.
It's funny. It's like you have to start dodging after you do damage. as Mii Brawler when this Bowser's up in the air. You see Bemis actively avoiding wherever Bowser is standing above after he finds those hits so that he can try and punish the drop down rather than find a combo while they're still in the air. And it's led to some connection, but it's also led to a lot slower back and forth between these two players.
Yeah, that's very true. I think right now, whoever's going to whiff is going to get punished pretty hard. I think they're both in that situation where they're looking for a big punish. That's going to take it in midair. That will definitely set Bowser off in the blast zone. That's really nice punish there for Bemis. Has to stay alive here because, you want to get the extra credit. You want to extend your lead while you can.
Of course, yeah. You want to keep yourself up as long as you can, and I love the patience coming from Bemis right now. Great punish so far. That side B is just, it does so much damage, even though it's so unsafe. Against Bowser, you might have a shot at it, and Bemis totally aware of it, finding so much damage out of the blue here. 64% gonna punish that Whirling Fortress again. Yeah, Bemis is starting to really read Bowser more and more here, finding so much damage out of it as the game goes on.
Yeah, I mean, the DI was looking a little tough there, and finding another down air where this is the tried and true. What was working in game 1 can continue to work in game number 2. Bowser still down at a bit part, but 100% for Bowser. That might not be too hard of a task to deal with.
Of course. I mean, being a high percentage Bowser is not too much of a concern to a lot of players, because that just means you'll do more damage until you die. You're like this ticking time bomb. Bowser totally aware of it, going still balls to the wall, and might get punished for here after the forward smash, but shielding just in time. Whirling Fortress out, gonna get punished for it again, but that up smash will not kill.
Yeah, very close though. I mean, it was good DI, particularly the last part of it from Bowser once he realized he got hit by it. Very good stuff. Still alive. You have to be very careful here. Tried to go for a Bowser side earlier. We might. I guess I was gonna say we might see one, but at this point on your last stock, you can't take that risk.
Of course, team is still at 60. That's kill percent for this Bowser, but Bowser looks to find some extra damage on here with the fire. Grabs throws. God, so much damage. So much damage, it's nuts. And a nice punish on the down air. Yeah, Bemis has got this game down.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that Bowser's going to be going for some of these options, I like it. They're reading some of those things that were working earlier, like the down air, planking on the shield, not really going to get Bowser anything there. Tries to go for the Bowser bomb, but Bemis playing very patiently. I like it. They're just kind of waiting out, waiting for Bowser to overcommit.
That down B is going to limit it down to just one stock here, so even if Bemis takes this game, Seton Hall will still have the lead going into game 3 of this set. But Bowser still alive. That means that he still absolutely has a shot. There's a good chunk of damage right out the gate. Keeping that distance the same way Bemis was to start things out, and finding a lot because of it, 62%. Avoiding the center. Bemis still finds it though. 134. Bowser stuck to the edge. Tries to recover wide and still gets the hit on the Whirling Fortress. Tries to read the roll, grabs the other way. Whirling Fortress
punish?
again.
Yeah,
That's
the
gonna get
punish.
punished, and Bemis can find the finisher. Bemis takes game number 2, and we're heading to a decider in set number 2.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I would say very close there, unnecessarily so. I think there was a point where Bemis was like, okay, I'm doing really well, and then all of a sudden, like, that lead started to dwindle a little bit, and it looked like they were starting to throw a little bit at the very end. Bowser, again, the ability for Bowser to kind of plant your feet, stay alive in some of the most dire of situations, and then get extra damage, extra kill power off of it is really key.
Seton Hall still up right now, 8-7 as we head into this third game for this. I just realized this is set number 3 actually.
Yeah, this is set 3.
Wow, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah. For sure. I don't know how this one is going to go because we are now in game 3, right? So I mean, this has been really difficult. There's been a one stock both times. I'm not exactly
was
sure.
It not
I think
two stock in game 1? I thought it was a 2 stock.
No,
from Bowser.
I think it was a 1 stock.
Oh, okay, then it's 7-7. Shoot.
Yeah, I don't know, or I think it's 7-6. I think.
I'm trying to think because Seton Hall. Oh yeah, it was 6-5, and if Seton Hall got a one stock, yeah, you're right.
It was 6-5. Yeah, so the one stock brought it to tied, and then now we're seeing so George Washington now pulling away a little bit. They have to win the set and then break away further. So this next game is really going to decide like, okay, who kind of like goes into the fourth set with sort of the lead or not, you know.
Of course, yeah. You got that crucial 4-point lead. That's a gigantic threshold, because that is the minimum 2-game win worth that comes from a set. And so that's a great starting point to kind of launch pad yourself off of, especially if you're up 2-1. Once you find that majority, you are an even better tides. But George Washington, they're going to take it one step at a time. They're going to get Bemis to this third game. They're going to hope that he can carry it out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's going to be interesting. We're going to see what happens here. Battlefield is the stage pick. So it makes sense. You know, Bowser can do some magic on these platforms if you can get some stuff. So this is technically Venus's counter. This is Bowser's counter pick. So no surprise why we went here. However, you still have to be careful because Me Brawler can do some nonsense on the top platform too.
Exactly. No, George Washington, they banned all 3 stages with like minuscule side blast zones. They know what they're up against. His name is Bowser. Yep. But Battlefield's still a really solid pick for both of these characters. I think that Bowser is really going to fall into his element with these aerials if he platform plays just right, and those recoveries back to the ground are going to be even safer this time. So both these players really have their work cut out for them in this game 3.
Right, and having a very narrow window to actually get the down air between the platforms kind of makes it a little bit more predictable. I think Bowser has to be very careful about how they're going for the Bemis. Now able to kind of get around some of those options, at least so far, but the dash back forward smash, hey, eventually it was going to work. And in game 3, it's the best place to do it.
And that's a lead out of nowhere there for Bowser, and already has found a solid bit of damage to start things off. Yeah, Me Brawler sometimes just has so much trouble finding those kill moves. That's going to be one, though, and Bemis quickly equalizes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was DI. That you DI'd in. You got to be very, very careful, because that looked like a bit of a premature death.
Bowser already trying to drive Bemis away from this center, so we'll keep away here on these blast zones with these aerials, this fire, all this incremental damage that Bowser has been finding and is going to keep finding. Side B off the top platform, not high enough to kill, but certainly high enough to cause an even larger and more intimidating dent here. 95, still no percent in this new stock. Bemis finally going to find that and is now going to start this edge trap onto Bowser, going to make sure this recovery is as unsafe as possible. But Bowser just going to navigate between these platforms, make this map a jungle gym for Bemis.
I mean, right now, Bowser's doing a good job of kind of like forcing out some of the resources, like the budget flip kick from Bemis. I think it's starting to really work wonders in this edge guard. However, the Whirling Fortress sending them the wrong way. There is a nice read, benefiting from a nice approach with the forward air back in to take the stock. Bowser, this is looking much stronger than the last game, but again, as we've seen, it could go either way. Could be easily reversed very quickly.
Oh, big up smash. Doubles the damage on Bemis right now, up to 77%. Still stuck on the edge. Goes up to the platform, so Bowser can't hit that forward smash. And now Bemis is the one watching the ledge. The difference is Bowser has another stock in their pocket right now. Nice get-up attack. After that patience there from Bowser, you've seen both these players take their time so much more, but it seems that Bowser has learned so much more as this matchup has gone on. That one side B is going to finish things off, and Bowser takes a 2-stock dub in game 3, giving Seton Hall the 10 points rather than George Washington.
Yeah, that's insane. So I am very interested to see how this now a 10-7. So Seton Hall turned it right around. I love that last game. Bowser just put the hitboxes where necessary. Didn't go crazy with some of these options. You know, it's like, I think a much more patient gameplay from them really paid off in this situation. You saw forcing Bemis into uncomfortable situations, or perhaps too comfortable of situations in which they're overextending. And then in this situation, you know, Bowser being able to recognize and then punish appropriately is very good.
I mean, he really did just put so much of that pressure on. Such an intimidating character, such an intimidating player by the end of that set. Very well done to Auser. 3 sets down, just 2 to go, and still really anybody's match right now. But George Washington, they're once again stuck on the ropes.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, I love that it's been so close that we've seen like game 3s. We've seen things go to last stock. I really am interested to see how the rest of this this match goes, because right now Seton Hall, though they might not have had the best run up to this in the season, they seem to be coming out swinging versus George Washington. They're going to have to kind of pull it together if they want to reconcile with some of the problems that they've been dealing with earlier in this match.
I mean, that's my favorite part of these streams, is that if you look at the standings alone, George Washington seems like such an easy favorite, but there's a trillion different variables to consider. I mean, do you have your full team online? It's midterm season and spring break season. There may still be a lot of George Washington students MIA right now. Same may be said for Seton Hall, but these rosters may be very fragmented at the moment. Of course, I mean, how are standings within the community? Are some teams like not in the optimal position? Is your Wi-Fi off? Is one of your players taking a break from the game? Or sometimes it's just the fact that these games are very close and Seton Hall has just happened to lose a lot of them. I don't think any of these rosters are inherently bad. I just think Seton Hall, while keeping things pretty tight, because honestly, I mean, these point differentials have been pretty okay. They've gone 99 and 306, 16 and 49 round wise. That's not bad at all for a 1-12 record.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, the loss may look like a loss, but the points also matter, and that's kind of like the undersung factor in all of this. Is like, yeah, you got to understand, like, the points actually tell a deeper story, and in this situation, Seton Hall shows that they can get the points. They know that they can take the lead in terms of points. Now, the true test is, can you hold that lead?
Of course, yeah. You have to keep running with that baton. You need to absolutely win one more set, or else you are absolutely not going to win. If George Washington wins these next 2 sets, they are guaranteed to still win this. If Seton Hall wins this next set, then George Washington... Actually, if Seton Hall takes this, then George Washington is going to have to 3-stock and then 2-stock in the final set in order to have a prayer of winning this.
Right, and that's the best case scenario.
Takes this one last set. Exactly. If Seton Hall just takes this one last set, they will be so comfortable right now, but you gotta win that set first.
Right, and that's the thing, is the pressure kind of mounts a little bit on whoever's coming out in the 4th position. It looks like it's going to be G-Man 1021 for Seton Hall. And then Over, I believe, is next for GW. So hopefully whoever, I think both of these players know the stakes. They know what they're fighting for at this point. Seton Hall, like I said, going into this, they might have had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They probably wanted to show that they can, hang despite the record. And so far, they've proved it. Let's see if they can continue here. George Washington doing a great job, though, keeping it even.
Yeah, all these teams can absolutely compete, but George Washington, I mean, they are really fighting for their lives right now. You got to remember, these top 10 teams at the end of this season, they are the teams that are going to this final LAN. And George Washington, would you look at that? They're in 10th right now, standing just above Weber State and Sacramento State right now, who have measly 3-2 records because they've been so late to the party. If George Washington loses this game, they will be in such a dire situation, in so much danger of losing out on that top 10 spot. They are just holding on to it, and grabbing this win would do them so much going in to this top 10 clinch.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, again, like, we have this week and 1 week left for season 3 of EGFC, powered by Intel. Obviously, it has been powered by Intel. Of course, it has been an interesting season. We've seen almost all the teams duke it out against one another. Everyone's gotten to fight everyone at least once, except for next week, where we'll see the conclusion again, and then it's off to more like championships.
Yeah, I mean, it's really creeping up on you, and it is kind of wild how, like, a lot of these teams have definitely, like, clinched their positions. Like, guaranteed. Like DePaul,
Yeah.
Sienna, Quinnipiac, they're solid. They're totally locked in. And Seton Hall,
For sure.
they don't really have much to lose. And yet, they are still fighting tooth and nail. They're still playing this game like it is the one that can absolutely lock them in. The enthusiasm coming from these teams, despite how definitely out of the running they are for a playoff run, is really awesome to see. It really shows just how dedicated these players are to playing some good Smash.
Of course, and we are always happy to see it and be blessed enough to cast it because I've seen some wild stuff come out of these league series. So, I mean, I'm always a fan. Getting to see some hype plays. Smash is always a godsend. So I love watching some good Smash, and this never disappoints.
Of course. Think we're about to hop in. We have seen an FD ban, a Battlefield ban, and a Smashville ban so far. First FD ban I think we've seen all series so far. In fact, I think that's like the first mention we've seen of FD at all, and we're taking it to PS2. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. I think in the last match versus Wichita and Sacramento, I saw a couple people banning FD. It can be a very polarizing stage, so no surprise, but we're going to the stage where anything is possible. PS2, imagination is your friend there. You can literally it'll be any character. I don't know who it's going to be. Doesn't narrow down the character pool at all.
I mean, it's really hard to kind of gauge how this matchup is going to go when we don't really know these players. We don't know what they play, and anybody can really switch into anything. These series remain so unpredictable, but all we know is both of these teams, they need this set for different reasons from each other. George Washington, they would definitely take the lead back if they won this set, and they basically need to win this set if they want a chance at winning this at all. Seton Hall, they absolutely want to win this now, so they're in an incredible position going into game number 5.
Yeah, 100%. I think that it's going to be kind of a tough sell sometimes because George Washington, they are at the deficit. However, they have shown that they have solid players before. Seton Hall, again, they're going to be continuing to rest. I think it's easier to play a patient game for them. However, it depends on if that player that they send in benefits from a patient play style or is used to playing patiently, right? It's I think that could be good. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to make the big plays. Just hold the lead. Or maybe you can just go crazy and extend it even further. Get the double 3 stock, You never know what you're going to see.
I think we've seen both of these styles. Seton Hall has played notoriously slowly a lot of these games and has kept a lot of stocks because of it and actually taken a lot of games back from a brink as time has gone on. So I think... Yeah, so G-Man from Seton Hall is on this Falco, and over from George Washington, just another Snake.
Yeah, so I finally am seeing a repeat here, right? Snake is probably the first character I've seen twice tonight, and for good reason. I think Snake is a really good character. However, it's unfortunate that both of the Snakes that I've seen have gone up against a losing matchup, or at least what I think is a losing matchup here in this situation. Falco, really good reflector, very good zone breaking tools, immense pressure versus Snake can be had here.
I think that Falco versus Snake is even at the least for Snake. I think at the most, if you play against any good Spacey, then Snake is going to have a difficult time just because he can be so slow sometimes, but Over not seeming to have any troubles so far, getting so much damage right out the bat, and really keeping G-Man guessing right now. Great finisher with that C4 to find the first stock very early into game one.
That's crazy. Drops it and then immediately knows it, sees the roll in, and the reaction is very, very good from Over. What an early stock. I mean, literally taking 66% now, but was looking very, very confident up until now. Now, a good advantage state for Falco can really turn things around. That's where Falco really shines. Kind of a lackluster disadvantage, but once they're in the driver's seat, man, they can really start cooking.
You can tell Over definitely still trying to gain control of this match back, but G-Man, like a Spacey do, racking up that damage without taking much of his own. But I love this trap setting constantly by Over, just punishing you for basically existing or approaching in a game of Smash Bros, which makes a game of Smash Bros so much more fun in my opinion. It's so much more
Not
fun.
the hurt block shifting. Oh my god, the dash attack. That was insane. The fact that he could not get the up smash on
Yeah.
Snake because of the hurtbox shifting from the dash attack. Disgusting stuff. You know, we always talk about it from like the DLC characters, but never from Snake.
Snake might as well be a DLC character, honestly. He still kind of feels like one in my eyes. The fact that he is back in a Smash game still blows my mind today. It is just it's a real testament to how awesome this game is, I think. But over, man,
I mean,
so much damage coming on. I mean, still
Oh
not
my god,
dead
I think
as
that.
well.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. We're looking for some of this reflector stuff. Starting to benefit a little. You're still getting caught by the passive damage of Snake, and this is looking tough. Like you're struggling to get the kill, which Falcos can sometimes do. You're looking for one or two specific reads, and these like stray hits that you're going for to set up into some stuff is not going to kill by itself.
And I mean, the fact that G-Man is having so much trouble killing is catastrophic for a format like this. You want to find these stocks quickly because however many stocks you win by is how many points you end up tallying on. And over, still not gone yet. This 3 stock right here would immediately tie things up, not to mention the potential win that could happen right after it. If George Washington finds it commanding a lead as this potentially from a win as commanding as this could be, then they will be so comfortable going into set number 5. But G-Man will finally finish off Over's first stock while still at 0% on his final.
Right, and using the landing hit of the forward air to do it, which, I mean, can catch a lot of people off guard. They usually drop shield a little bit too early, thinking, like, okay, I'm safe, and you forget about the landing hit. That is really good, but again, like, you said it yourself, like, that stock really was important. And over, again, the nickel and diming that Snake can do, just racking on damage for free, just with the press of a button. You can do whatever you want and continue to play with the lead. It's so easy once you get in that position. However, G-Man looking to use some of those zone-breaking tools. I have yet to see them really get the Falco combo that we're looking for.
I think it might happen soon. Over is starting to get too comfortable on top of these platforms, and I feel like as long as G-Man survives, then he will eventually punish him for it. You saw Over trying to drop these C4s and grenades only on these PS2 platforms to make sure that they could cover both the ground and the platform at the same time, which can work, but at the same time it kind of pressures Over to stay up in the air, which can lead to a lot easier kind of punishment from G-Man, but haven't seen that so far. And Over, I mean, has got G-Man at kill percent, trying to read this out of the down.
No, not the double roll.
Find the up tilt after the double roll, and Over will find game number 1 with 2 stocks under his belt, which means George Washington is only 1 point down heading into game number 2 of set 4.
Yeah, that's pretty tense, because right there he was in his head. Right, that's just all it came down to. He was in his head. But what I find it interesting is that some of these situations, like I want to see some of these later stocks, just because like I found that some of these options that Over was going for were like crazy stuff. But like G-Man again, I think hit 5 hits in a row, like straight hits that did not kill past 150. It was unnecessary, unfortunately, because they just were not able to get the kill, and it just extended Over's ability to again rack up that damage. Yeah, I don't know.
Now, that's got to be so exasperating as a Falco player to just see you land so many hits and be like, yeah, I did that right. I did so well. And then the Snake just does not die. I can't imagine how exhausting that must be as a Falco player. But G-Man definitely still has it in them to bring this back. Definitely still a lot of gumption, some chutzpah, some spunk, whatever you want to call it. Definitely still some gas left in this tank, and at least one more game to try and bring this back to a dub for Seton Hall. I definitely think this is still doable because, again, I think the Snake v Falco matchup is pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking way better than I kind of expected it to be. I mean, I know that Falco, again, like has some really, really good anti-zoner tools. Again, like the reflectors just weren't doing what they needed to do, and sometimes it is a bit of a baitable option, right? Like that's textbook. That's what Over was looking for, so...
I think the problem with the matchup specifically versus Falco is that, first of all, the Reflector is a bit slower than the Shine from Fox or the Reflector from Wolf. I think that's a big thing. First of all, it's much more punishable. And also, Falco's aerials are multi-hit and long-lasting on the opponent, which leads to a lot more grenade punishes while Snake is still holding on to those. So I think that leads to a more even matchup between them because Falco can kind of just jump in, do some damage, and then takes more for doing it. And that kind of evens things out, I think.
And I think the hit, the hit being like lasting longer because it's like probably clashing with a shield. Like, yeah, sure, you might be able to get a poke, but if you do, there's a grenade explosion waiting for you. That is very true. Yeah. However, what I think is one of the key parts of this matchup that we haven't seen yet, and I'm hoping that we see it here in the next game, is we haven't seen Falco challenging Snake when going high. We know that Falco can kind of go up into the upper part of the stage in order to challenge those higher recoveries. We just haven't seen G-Man really benefit from a situation like that. And again, these aggressive illusions, I think, are also putting them in a vulnerable state too often.
No, you're absolutely right. As much trouble as Falco's aerials can have killing sometimes, they are so very powerful, and J-Man has so much potential area control. You just have to balance it out with some solid damage on the sideline here, and G-Man just hasn't found that yet. Nice dodge out of that forward smash there. That would potentially kill for sure off the edge there. Over and G-Man keeping things tight, but again, man, those grenades have got to be so frustrating to deal with as somebody who's landing your hits so often.
Right. And I mean, although this game, the percent has been kind of even, that's not where you want to be with G-Man, because again, like, over just needs one big explosion like that. The C4 reads have been a great way to take out these stocks.
So George Washington, they banned Kalos, Yoshi's, and Battlefield for this one, and then G-Man took it to small Battlefield. I understand Kalos, because Falco's really great on Kalos, and Yoshi's, I guess because of the slants, Falco has a solid time with the platforms and getting in the air more often. Battlefield I understand as well, I guess, because Falco kind of does that same thing. So, I mean, I think they're solid bans, and I think
there it is.
A great counter pick there. Yeah, that's a great finisher up in the air. Yeah, I think Falco can have the exact same kinds of strengths on small Battlefield, even with that ban, because he's still got those platforms. He's still got a lot of air to be able to play with. I think G-Man can do just fine.
Oh, the drag downs. Okay, this is, now we're starting to see G-Man coming alive. This is exactly what I wanted to see out of them in this second game, because, well, okay, up until they died to a C4 that dropped right in front of their eyes. Like, you can see it. You can see it. There it is.
That was the brightest C4 I've ever seen in my life. I didn't think it would land on G-Man, and yet it did. I think that one did too. I think G-Man is just perpetually in danger of these detonations. It's ridiculous. I mean, Over's looking for another 2-stock right now. That'll bring you up to a 13-10 lead going into set number 5, which is almost enough to have over a minimum wins worth of a lead.
Right, and again, I think that this is kind of the danger of playing Falco. You kind of have to work a little bit harder than your opponent for multiple reasons. How did that? Okay, well, yeah, the C4. Forgot about the C4.
Dude. Yikes. Big C4 plays coming from Over to find that early finisher there. And just like that, George Washington is up 13-10.
Yeah, that was that was something. I'm very interested to see how that one, because I particularly want to see that last stuff. But let's take a look at this one real quick. How does this end? Oh yeah, C4. Yeah, C4 drops it right in his face. Got caught. Yeah. He wasn't even on him. He just got caught in the platform.
That's why I didn't land on him. I thought it was going diagonally was the thing. Yeah, landed right on the man. Hey, Snake will do that to you, won't he? All right.
Yep, that's insane.
Well, entering set number 5, and GW has a comfortable 3-stock lead, but they'd still be even more comfortable winning this set. Of course, look, if George Washington, if this last player hooks, it's hooks. Well, yeah, he's gonna do great. If hooks demolishes at least one of those games, then GWU, they won't even have to really worry about winning the game. They won't have to really worry about winning this set. As long as hooks just wins one round decisively. Even a 2-stock could probably do you okay.
Okay.
But of course, GW, it'd still rather win. Seton Hall, they're gonna send in Noah, so two gamers with zeros in their name. Very cool.
True. We have something in common. Wow. Yeah. No, this is interesting. I mean, I definitely think it definitely got really close. We've seen a set going back and forth, and now we are in set number 5. This will decide it regardless, no matter what. Seton Hall, again, they need to just keep keep their head level, right? Just not panic, and really just know that they have the opportunity to win here. They know that it's not out of the realm of possibility. You just got to work a little bit harder. And again, like that was kind of their problem in the last one, is like Falco has to work a little bit harder than everyone else. Snake gets that damage for free. You can't let those kinds of those matchups kind of get in your head, and you unfortunately can't put yourself in those situations too often. You got to know when to pick your battles.
No bans, no button checks. We're taking set number 5 straight in to Gentleman's PS2 to start things off. Hey, that's just the way I like it to finish things off. These players, they're ready to go. These players, they're ready to... Okay, see, I'll just ask a button check. Never mind. We're going to have to wait.
Okay, we're going to button check. Okay, well, in the meantime...
Intermission. Sorry, chat.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I know that a lot of everyone doing button checks with random characters. I think at this point...
No, I don't think they're reliable to... Yeah.
I mean, but hey, I want to see who they're playing. I mean, at this point, I would love to see if they're playing their mains in the button check. Be like, at this point,
that'd be funny.
The last one was the last one.
Of course. You know, nothing to lose at this point. This is your matchup that you're going to play. Nothing to scout at this point. I mean, all you can do is kind of just play your game. And Seton Hall, they really have to play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that means that, their back is a little bit against the wall in this situation. They just don't want to be in this position. But George Washington, again, like, it was pretty clutch. They did the clutch stuff that they needed to, which is good. Good for them.
Exactly. No, I'm still a lot more fearful for George Washington, even though they're in the lead, because they have so much more to lose and or gain from this set. They have to be constantly walking on eggshells, take every variable into account. What if this player is secretly a professional? What do we do if so? We could have a guy designated to kick this GameCube cord if we need to pretend we disconnected. Like, we need to have those kinds of setups to make sure that we can take this set. Because, again, George Washington, I can't express this enough, they need to take this set if they want to stay comfortable in this top 10 right now.
Yeah, makes sense. I think
boy.
Hooks is that kind of player that I think people know enough that they have to be ready for him at all times. In this situation, the Bowser versus the Incineroar, two heavies duking it out. Both have essences, a little bit of elements of a grappler. But Incineroar is like one read turns into so much, especially if you have Revenge.
Exactly. Yeah, we already saw that. That Revenge got 20% on the dash attack, making things a lot easier for Hooks to start bringing things back. But Noah has really got this damage up quickly. Hooks' weight is going to keep him up so far. Great Mora tilt, though, to take stock number 1.
That's exactly what I needed to see. You know, it's like the Bowser F tilt on ledge. 2-frame ability is so good. It is criminally underutilized, I think, by Bowser's trying to look to get better. I think right now Noah, knowing exactly that they can throw that out and get some good results out of it. However, this extra credit is starting to turn into a lot. You said it yourself in the first stock. Bowser can turn a little bit into a lot in terms of damage.
Already 65%, and the grab is going to do even more. 87 now. Hooks has got to find this quick. No revenge opportunities just yet. Hooks has been great at this interception game, but on the ground, he has been so weak so far this game, and going to finally finish things off with, I think, a bear trade, I want to say.
Yeah,
I mean, speaking of bears, there's one again right there for Noah. Going to go for the Spire this time to intercept, and the forward tilt on the higher recovery. Noah is playing this impeccably right now.
Right, Noah knowing that they don't have to break the bank. They can just go with the simplest of options there on ledge. It covers so much, and it does the work that is necessary. Hooks cannot survive that at ledge. Incineroar, unfortunately, gets put off too quickly there. However, a nice Alolan Whip will get Noah in well, it was a sticky situation, then kind of Hooks loses stage control just instantly.
Yeah, going for that aerial contest is always dangerous as Incineroar, that risk-reward thing. I think it's always viable against this Bowser, especially when you're this behind. But, yeah, Hooks just not gaining those connections. Nice! Intercept on the whip! I am so surprised that grabbed. But Hooks might be getting a little too greedy at this point, trying to mix up this aerial recovery, but it's getting harder and harder.
God, that's
Time
dead.
goes
Going.
on. Oh my
A
god.
lot of near misses, actually, right now. I mean, Hook's looking for anything to kill here. The down tilt not going to get a 2-frame option, nor is it going to get the ledge hang. Right now, Noah seems to be very comfortable knowing that Bowser with Rage, this is where magic happens.
Up smash going to finish things off, though, so this is going to be a one stock. One way or another. Hooks, he's got it. Yeah, he's really going to start fishing for these revenges, going to start looking for some really crazy stuff. Incineroar's just so slow, though.
Yeah, I mean, literally like the slowest ground run speed in the game. Bowser is going to catch your airspeed as well. A lot of damage there. Very, very good stuff. Like Noah, I loved that they didn't overcommit. They literally just played a safe Bowser. And that works.
That was, yeah. That was such a safe Bowser. Beautifully played by Noah, bringing Seton Hall to an 11-13 deficit. A win here from Noah will give Seton Hall the upset to the upsetters. And what an ending to the week that would be. Ooh,
Yeah.
so raw, bro. That back here so
I know.
Dude, that was so sick. That was so sick. The fire into the forward tilt to make sure Hooks recovered high. That was awesome.
Yep, and then trying to go for it again, then reading the back air on the get up. Same setup, but just a different outcome. Obviously, Noah putting Hooks in the same situation over and over and over again, and just finding an answer for each of their escape options. It was really, really well played, and I think that that's good. As long as you can keep putting Hooks in that situation, you can keep getting those kinds of results.
Hooks is just, well, I think Hooks has got to do two things. Those Alolan whips have got to fully connect, and I know it's hard on Wi-Fi, but he's got to connect those more often, and revenges have got to land more often. I think that Hooks has just got to get a little better at reading everything other than the stall and falls that Noah has been going for, because he's been really good at getting ready for those and Alolan whipping out of those stall and falls and finding some great damage out of that. But beyond that, Hooks has to be more prepared and get ready for some solid reads onto Noah, and that'll, I think, find potentially enough damage. We're going to small battlefield to finish things off.
Okay.
Well, potentially finish things off for game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because I know that Noah has been playing very safe. Like, now has the ability to kind of play with him a little bit, but you can't lose the game. That's the thing. Is like Hooks is just looking to take a game, at least a decisive game in this one. Noah has done the work so far to bring Seton Hall closer to taking this back. However, again, heavy versus heavy, there's so much that could happen here, and I think you're right about the revenge. I think we weren't seeing hardly any revenges, and against Bowser, who has not only like huge kill power, but also large, like, the heaviest character in the game. Like, you have to get the kill power in order to challenge Bowser in his own game.
I think Hooks also has to be a little more comfortable with shielding. We've seen a lot more spot dodging than anything else. And look, I get it. Bowser does a lot of shield damage, but not with every single attack. That big connection on the Alolan Whip will find Hooks' first stock, though. And I like how Hooks is playing with the disjoints that he knows Incineroar has a lot.
Surprised that actually didn't hit, but the revenge does not trigger off of it, so it works out for Noah in the end. However, still has to take the stock here, not able to get some of the big confirms, and an offstage situation could lead into a reliable F-tilt. We just haven't seen it yet. Maybe we can see it here. Has to mix something up. Doesn't opt for the 2-frame, goes for the up smash.
Great short hop into the Alolan Whip as well. Hooks keeping that pressure going on. The longer he stays alive, the more dangerous this is. Going for the neutral air into the suicide, but it drags Noah back up. That's tragic. No, another nice interception mid-air with the Alolan Whip, though. We'll keep that damage coming on, but Hooks has got to take care of this stock ASAP.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Hooks. Had a great idea there. Unfortunately, did get stopped out. That's not the spike, which almost would have been nasty, but it was so cool. The fact that it hit regardless, it did not get the intended result. But what damage to rack on. However, Hooks will take the stock. Now Noah just has to do a little bit more work in order to make this look strong for them.
78% still really serviceable. I mean, Noah can kill with just about anything here, which is exactly where you want to be if you want to find this dump here. Nice Darkest Lariat to cover your tracks on Hook there. Side B on the lower ground is actually not going to kill here. Hooks has one or two more chances to find extra damage, and that full connection to Alolan Whip is going to start things off really nicely. Nice back air to get some great coverage on that ledge. Hooks keeping the pressure going. Down air right from center stage will get the finisher. Both of these players down to one stock. Hooks keeping things upstairs though, and one hit might just finish things off.
Yeah, Bowser, if anything, is one of those characters that knows how to cook with gas. You don't get a huge punish, but this is an offstage situation. Not going to get anything. Still fishing for that up smash on ledge jump. Not going to connect just yet. However, Hooks at 101, like Bowser is well within the range to get something nice here. You just need a good edge guard.
Also to try and cover here. Hooks just can't edge guard this very much. Playing so fearfully, both of them. Nice trade. Everybody's in danger right now. Out of shield, neutral air. Hooks is stuck in the sky, misses the forward air, but no one finds the tilt and takes the dub. Seton Hall takes the win right under George Washington's nose, winning 14-13. Seton Hall.
That's insane.
Is now 2-12.
That was insane. The fastball landing on platform into reversed F tilt. Godlike play.
That was
absolutely
really
game winning.
That was really pretty.
Game breaking at that moment.
That tilt was really awesome, and it still came out so fast, even though it was from the other side. What's tragic? Oh man, what's tragic is if Hooks recovered the other way, then Noah probably would have died on that stock. Honestly.
Yeah, he literally, if he had not hit him, he would have died. He would have died. That would have been stock.
I don't think that would have. I don't think that would have clipped. That's really tragic to see for Hooks.
Was Hooks going for an up smash? It looked like Hooks was going for up smash in that last moment.
Hooks had been fishing for up smashes for sure. Yeah, no, Hooks had been looking for a lot of up smashes, but Instin's up smash is pretty slow, all things considered. Out of shield, it's not an insanely great option, but it is a kill option, which I think is why Hooks was searching for it for so long. But it is all for naught. Seton Hall is going to take the final dub of the night, and when we come back, we'll have an interview with one of those winning players. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with the final interview for tonight on official EGF2 with Seton Hall University. And I'm told that we're speaking to Noah, who played the Bowser that we just saw. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel great. I honestly, until like 30 seconds ago, my whole entire body was shaking. But I feel good now. Feels good.
Well,
Yeah,
Noah, it looks like you got your whole team behind you there, Noah. Clearly, there's a great environment that you guys have fostered. How do you guys keep that chemistry up?
I don't know. I was a late bloomer, and these guys all have been here from day one, and I feel like they just kind of took me in, and it seems like they already knew how to like be a good team. I didn't have to do anything. They took me in as is.
Wow, you say that, but you definitely did a lot of work there at the end. You know, your team was down going into it. Obviously, you knew that this was the make or break moment. You know, it was sink or swim. What were you feeling going into it? What kind of communication was going on in your team at that moment?
Going into it, I remember right before like we checked the score, and it was like, okay, if I win, I win. If I lose, probably lose. And everyone kind of just looked at me and was like, you can do this. And it was against a player who I've been studying for the past couple of days and who I knew was really good. So I was a little nervous.
Okay.
Felt it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely nearing the tail end of this season. And so, I have no doubt that you guys are going to look for other stuff. Is there anything, coming up that you guys are excited about? I mean, what is the future of Seton Hall University Smash team?
I'm trying to think of any specifics. This is our first year. It's the first year as a Smash team. I remember like asking the beginning of the year, "Hey, do you guys have one?" And they were like, "Oh, we just made one." So
Wow.
to be improving at this rate as like a first year team, I'm just excited to play more games with these guys. Honestly, that's the biggest thing.
That's awesome. Wow. I mean, that definitely that is the lesson to be learned. I mean, I'm very excited. I mean, obviously you guys played your hearts out and you clutched it up. You really did. You clinched it when you needed to. And I think that in the right situations, you guys really showed that that you guys have the stuff. And I'm really excited to see how things go. That is insane growth. So is there anybody that you want to shout out at the end of this interview?
Obviously all my teammates, my lovely teammates, and friends, my friends and family, my girlfriend, my parents, for just letting me spend money at tournaments and go 0-2 and still, I come home and then they're like, oh, it's okay, like, for believing in me. I don't know, everyone at Seton Hall for making this possible. I never thought that I'd be able to play my favorite game for my school competitively. That's awesome. I got nothing else. Hashtag save the planets, or the planet. Sorry, hashtag save the planet. I messed that up. But yeah, to everyone out there, thank you. That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks so much, Noah. Great to see you guys
Yeah,
here
of
again.
course.
We can't wait to see you guys in the future.
Yes, likewise. Hope we get to do more interviews next season.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Take care, guys.
Well, for sure. I mean, thank you to Seton Hall University. Congratulations to them again. We will be back next week with the final week. Will be 16 of season 3 of EGFC, powered by Intel. Please join us then. And for now, good night.